probably fucked up the words, but you get the gist, and I think your listeners will as well. Well, it's a big show. Yes, it's a big bad show tonight, dog. Yeah, it's a big show. Come on, crank it up, out on the lights, dog. Well, get ready for something that you never know. You won't see it coming, but I promise you'll know. It's a big show.
Let's kick some ass.
Let's get our fucking shit together and kick some fucking ass!
And there it is, George Gatton with The Big Show.
I specifically wrote to him. He asked me, like, what we want to hear. And I was like, no, man, we don't want to know what it is.
Yeah.
Because we want to guess. And he gave us, like, the most obvious one. Like, right away, I was just like, oh, it's the Big Show song.
Pretty good, though. I like George's rebuttals more than I think I like the songs. I don't know, man. I fucked up the words. Your listeners will get it.
Like, I was, like, hoping we would get some good banter out of, like, trying to guess what song it was. It's the most obvious fucking shit.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Ask him for a song. He literally does it as he's, like, leaving work, I think.
That's the best part, is that we usually got to wait a little bit so, like, he can, like, I wonder if he's, like, in his car or, like, if he goes off to the bathroom or something.
Be cool if it was in his bathroom.
What was it? Eli Drake is going to do one for us, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was. I asked him, like, a month ago, and he was sick. Then I asked him again. I just ate breakfast with him, like, yesterday. And, like, in the middle of breakfast, all of a sudden, he just, like, grabbed my arm really hard. And he was like, oh, my God, I forgot about that intro. And I was like, it's cool, awesome, man. We do it every week.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, we'll get one from him eventually. Hey, welcome to Kickin Ass with Jesse.
And Andy.
Brought to you by American Barbell Club, ABC Strong. They, he texted us the other day, man. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's a man.
Yeah.
He just wants to get working. He wants to make beer koozies. He wants to make, like, everything for the podcast. And, like, it just feels awesome to be supported by an endorsement. It's really cool.
Like the amount of good care he takes of us, man. And their shit's fucking awesome. I wear this hoodie every day in shitty ass Buffalo weather. Their t-shirts, Kev wears them all the time. I do too. And then I use that wrist strap on my left gimmick sprained wrist every day. It's fucking great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
They're the best.
There, ABC Strong.
Yeah, there it is.
So rate and subscribe. Our usual spiel.
Yeah, rate and subscribe us. On it's pretty cool.
On its back. And Fleshlight rocks. There it is.
Fleshlight supports Tug Time. We'll make sure we get some Tug Time talk in there today.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of Tug Time talk.
Yes.
It's not going to be happening for a bit.
That's like I feel like we got like two major subjects to talk about today, like one for each of us. Like, I just asked for my release from Impact, and then you are like literally like gimmicked up to the fucking.
I got a bloody shoulder right now.
Yeah, Andy literally got major shoulder surgery yesterday.
Yeah.
And you got,
my eyes are like barely still up, open. I'm still like a little shot. So yeah, it's gonna be a good podcast.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, you text me, and it was your idea to podcast. Like,
oh, I was ready.
You were super fired up.
I talked about something like when I messaged Wes yesterday, I was still in the hospital bed.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Like, just coming.
I didn't see the message. He said he put it up on his Instagram, and I wanted to check it out.
It was just like, I talked about
misspellings.
lake space.
Oh, is that what they kept talking about? Like lake space?
So, yep, that's that. Lake space.
What did it say? You say you felt like you were in lake space?
Yeah, but I've been using like talk message.
Oh,
so like it's hard. I got my right hand is my dominant hand.
Yeah,
which is the tug talk.
And you're trying to do everything left-handed.
I'm trying to do everything lefty. Yeah. And it's impossible. It's so hard. So I was wondering maybe if I was like saying horny stuff to Hana.
Yeah.
And like wondering if
through talk message.
Yeah, through talk message.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be conscious of that. So like I've been trying to get really good at my left hand. Like it's texting is impossible with my left hand.
Yeah, you sent that picture too. Like you wrote like a note. It looked like a food order.
Yeah,
with like your left hand.
My dad's like, "Oh, what do you want to eat?" And I was like, "Let me write it down for you."
It's like a hamburger.
Yeah,
it was weird.
It just said Hamburg. And then hot bog.
With like a lot of doodles.
Yeah. It's like the thing is, the thing you don't understand is like about handwriting is that the meat of your hand is down on the paper to hold the paper from moving.
Yeah.
So when you're writing with your other hand, you don't
and
realize
the paper's
it.
just spinning around
It's just
everywhere.
like spinning around, yeah.
Sucks.
So once I like put the meat down, it was okay, but then you have to like my dyslexic brain too. I'm like, oh man, is an ego this way, an ego that way? I don't know. You're just writing.
Oh, because now you're doing everything opposite. Yeah.
Strange.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's heavy duty.
Yeah, man.
But but you said they did
the nerve block.
The nerve block, and you said they didn't end up doing anything to your bicep.
Yeah. So apparently, like my bicep was frayed. What he said originally was my bicep was frayed, and they were gonna like snip it and reattach it, and then instead of there wasn't enough tendon to replace the tendon or to repair the tendon. So what they were going to do is actually put like a mesh blanket over the entire area.
So the ball didn't come out, right?
Yeah. So it wouldn't take the place of the tendon. It would just be a safety net.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yep.
Yeah. But yesterday, like I talked to the doctor like later on, and he's like, your bicep is good. Which is awesome.
Yes, they didn't touch it.
Yeah, bicep is good, and they reattached the tendon. They actually had enough tendon to reattach it.
Yeah, we said they used like either like a bolt or like screw or something like that to reattach it. Yeah.
And it's really weird, like going back and thinking about like just an injury like this. Like my shoulders have been messed up since I was like 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
I don't think in my 20s I could throw a baseball.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is an injury that's probably been going on for like a while. So
what was it? I put a picture of me, you, and Nate up on Facebook yesterday.
Yeah.
And someone commented, and they were like, "I want shoulders like that big dude with the stash."
Yeah. My shoulders are huge.
Yeah, that's definitely
it's just a matter of like they're just not like you said it the one time too. Like I'm always internally rotated. My shoulders are always internally
like set forward.
Yeah, and it sucks because I try to bust my rear delts like as much as I possibly can.
Yeah,
and no matter what I do, it just doesn't. They just don't grow.
It just takes time. Yeah. A lot of time.
Yeah. So whatever. I got a repaired shoulder. We'll see if it takes, and if it doesn't take, it might be a longer process than.
I mean, that's like they're saying. I mean, you know, basically you have like a foreign piece of like metal or whatever it is in your body now, so your body just has to get used to it. But it's like you're saying. I mean, like with I was talking about this with some people the other day. It's like I don't know. I don't want to sound like a douche here, but like you know, you recovering from surgery is different from like you know what I mean, like an office worker in a cubicle who isn't exercise active. Or any kind of active or watch their diet or anything like that, you know what I mean? And like, you know, and not to mention a lot of people, like when they give you physical therapy to do, you're actually going to do it. A lot of people don't unless they actually go physically into the place that someone makes them do it. Like, you know what I mean?
That's the only thing is he kind of scared me on the phone yesterday when he said that. He was just like, I was like, all right, man, when can I get like moving? And he was like, "Oh, it's going to be a bit."
Yeah, he has to say that.
Of course,
though, you know what I mean.
So I get my follow up with him is Wednesday next week. So
because you know it's funny because I was actually thinking like I want to say this to you too. Like we've been talking about on here a bunch how you've been talking like it's good how you've been talking about like the gorge walks and like getting outside and like just trying to stay active, especially for your brain. You know what I mean. But at the same time too, I think you should. I mean, I'm not telling anything you don't know here, but like, you know, you should realize too, you're, you know, at least like 3-4 days or whatever it is, you're going to have to not do shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like mentally prepare yourself for that too.
Definitely. I could tell you the movies I watched and they're straight up embarrassing.
I love where this is going.
I watched 9 to 5 and realized that Jane Fonda's character is the character that Dusty Hoffman is trying to do in Tootsie.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Tootsie.
I never seen it.
Yeah, but I watched. I'm trying to think of this offhand. Yesterday, a lot of stuff yesterday was a blur. So I watched 9 to 5. I watched Marked for Death.
Oh fuck yeah,
which was awesome.
Yeah,
I watched.
That's the Jamaican one, right?
Yeah, The Goods.
Yeah,
know the Goods.
Wait, is that the car?
Yeah,
I never saw it.
It's actually pretty good.
Jeremy Piven's like the main character, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, I just want to see it.
That I watched Dinner for Schmucks.
I never saw Dinner.
Terrible.
Yeah, I heard it was really bad.
What else did I watch? It's been a lot. There's been a lot of movies.
Yeah, it's vegged out hard.
Yeah.
At least I'm surprised you said you ate as much as you did, because I would think from like the antibiotics and stuff, you wouldn't have an appetite.
Yeah, I just went to town.
Yeah, sweet.
Made a bunch of egg salad. That's what I did. I started eating egg salad.
Oh, there's the 7-Eleven egg salad sandwiches.
Yeah. I made it. I made it and then realized I smashed I think it was 18 to 20 hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah.
With one arm just yesterday.
Yeah.
Just as soon as I was up and around, I started making it.
What do you do? You mash up the hard-boiled eggs and then mayonnaise?
Yeah.
That's it. Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
He started shooting at me hard at Sheets, because he got me to like those they sell hard-boiled eggs. But what is it?
They're like beet eggs.
Yeah, but they're red because they're in beet juice or something.
Yeah, vinegar.
I would normally never eat those, but he got me eating. They're good.
They're so good.
And then we were there less than a week ago, and he was like, "Now see, what's the difference between that and this?" And he's pointing to the shitty egg salad sandwiches. He's just
great.
it's the same thing. They're fucking really good.
Really good.
If I ate an egg salad sandwich
you would not.
from a gas station, I'd throw up.
You would not. I guarantee you wouldn't. I guarantee you'd eat it and go, "Wow, that was actually good."
I've eaten them before.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And I'm not big on any kind of macaroni salad, egg salad. I don't like that stuff anyways.
Yeah.
So it doesn't do much for me.
I'm telling you, man. I'll make you some egg salad that will fucking blow your dick off.
But so the point of this is that we're podcasting literally 24 hours after.
I wanted to do it right away.
Right after, yeah.
I wanted to do
I was
it
out
right
of town.
after, but he was out of town.
Yeah.
I wanted to go straight from the surgery right in. Nodding off.
Oh, he's sleeping. We're just gonna give that.
Here's Kev.
We're just gonna give that microphone to Kev. See if Andy comes back too.
Yeah. So there you go. I have a repaired shoulder. The original plan was to do it last Tuesday, and I got the lease to wrestle at Outlaw.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Which was sweet.
But dude, doing that drive like this, there's no fucking way.
I was I think I said this on here already. You did too, maybe. After we did Austin's podcast, and he was telling you, I remember his specific words were, "You're going to be selling that shoulder for a little bit."
Yeah.
It was honestly, I don't think that would have happened,
dude. I'm miserable. You know what I mean?
And you were going to jump in a car to Brooklyn for 7 hours and sit in New York traffic and sleep in a hotel.
It's not it's not painful at all.
We're not said you're just uncomfortable.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if Austin's a bitch or not.
I feel like we should point out that you had a huge sarcastic smile on your face when you said that.
Yeah. But it's not
That's great.
It's not I'm not in severe pain.
Excruciating pain.
It's just uncomfortable as hell.
Yeah.
You know, and he was definitely dead set on. I think that's what he was trying to sell on that, was that your normal function is completely fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, you're not doing, dude, to bend over and grab something is completely different.
Yeah.
The mechanics of everything are just completely different.
Which just has to be super frustrating.
Yeah. That's the fact that they put my shirt on weird yesterday, because I have to wear the same. I can bathe tomorrow. I can shower tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm still wearing the same exact shirt I was wearing. They had that picture with the Metallica shirt on.
Yeah, and so they had to put it on for you.
It's all fucking twisted up in this thing. Yeah. That's aggravating me more than my shoulder. It's pissing me the fuck off.
This twisted up, sleeveless Metallica Ride the Lightning t-shirt.
It's in Velcro sections. You know what I'm talking about? There's sections where they just Velcroed the shirt in it.
Yeah. Oh, it's stuck just in the thing.
If I go right, the left side goes up.
And the shirt's moving everywhere. That sucks.
Yeah.
When yesterday you sent a couple pictures of you just looking real shoddy and fucking, but then so I was gonna use one to put a post up of hey, everybody give a shout out to Andy, and then you said the one you sent was a full body, and that's when you had your little baby carrots sticking through. So I was oh, well, I'm not gonna use that one, but then you posted it. So it's I guess it's cool.
And then Scotty said camel tail, and it killed me, dude. That was one of the funniest things I've ever read.
this little pecker sticking out through your
Oh, it
pants.
sucks, man. And like these Reeboks, and they're like my favorite sweatpants, but you're always showing.
Yeah, it's like that thin material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really comfortable though. So yeah, that's my shoulder beef. Now it's just me being a laid up shoulder guy for a bit.
You versus the injuries.
Yeah, it's gonna be like like right now, like we have Slam Dunk Festival coming up. Like Every Time I Die has Slam Dunk Festival coming up.
That's in the UK, right?
Yeah, and that's like May 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th.
Okay. Like you said, that was the only bummer. Like it was cool that they bumped your surgery back, so we could do the Outlaw Pro Wrestling show. But then that gives you less recovery time.
Yeah, and it's
for
like,
when you got shit going on.
But like right now, like the way my arm feels the day after, I'm like, man, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's just gonna be me.
It's good. It's gonna be a long road.
Going against doctor's orders and putting that show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, you're literally like less than 48 hours out of surgery.
Of
so
course.
It's almost like too far to even start thinking about that stuff yet.
Like I said, like when I see the doctor, like, I want to be truthful about everything with him and just be like, hey man, I'm playing these shows. So,
yeah. So like,
what can I give me remedies to like remedy this situation?
Yeah, you better come up with something.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Hopefully that's like out of the like blood clot area. Like hopefully that's like
the traveling blood clot
like 2
area.
weeks.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Yeah.
It's like a short window post surgery, right?
Yeah, and I have a TENS machine that I can put on and
what's that?
like the electro shock guy. Like the
little pads?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can put on it.
Does that help with that or something?
Well, it just promotes blood flow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Yep. So that's like how you don't get a blood clot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would think like moving around and stuff helps with that too,
For sure.
right?
Yeah.
Not just like laying in bed the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So there's that, and then that's my my shoulder beef. But we did wrestle at Outlaw. We should probably talk about that.
Yeah, it was fucking sweet.
It was fun, man. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Didn't know how that was going to turn out at all.
What do you mean?
Just in general, like my head wasn't right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
whole week my head wasn't right. I think I like prepared myself for this surgery and then it got taken away. So like getting there and like working the show and stuff like that, it was just kind of like calling the match. I was like really quiet, and then there was like a couple of times
You did seem way more like chill and laid back.
Yeah.
Putting the match together than you normally are.
Also
our opponents didn't show up till pretty late, and
almost intermission.
We were the main event.
Yeah.
That was
We
cool.
main evented.
I
broke the ropes.
Broke the ropes. Mikey, good brother Mikey Whipwreck ended up being our special guest referee.
Yeah. Buffalo Zone.
Yeah. It was so sweet.
It was awesome.
Yeah. My favorite part was like trying to guess like whether he was going to want to do anything or not.
Yeah.
Especially like he just come out of like the Joey Janela spring break clusterfuck, and he busted out like a Hurricanrana and like all this stuff, and Bull James told us, he was like, yeah, he might not. It's like, it's kind of hard to tell because they said he was doing like a shoot interview.
Yeah.
And then he got there late. So our opponents knew him better than us.
I think one of them trained with him.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it seemed that way.
Yeah.
And then, so we're just like, yeah, Mikey, you're our ref. And he's like, yeah, what do you guys need me to do? And like, we gave him like 2 spots or whatever. And then there was like kind of like a pause, and Mike was like, yeah, Mikey, do you want to do anything? You want to like bump us around the heels or do a run or anything? And Mikey had already tried walking away at that point. He looks back and he goes, nope. And then he just left.
That was awesome.
He was nope. And just walked down the stairs.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was very cool.
But it was really cool to see Mike like be in a ring with Mikey Whipwreck was really awesome.
Yeah. It was fucking. It was really.
Did he go to OVW when you were down there, or like when those dudes? Remember when all those dudes were coming over?
No. He like, as far as I know, his career was like he did the ECW stuff, and then he got picked up by WCW, and then that was about it.
Huh.
And then he did indies for a while, and then he opened his own school.
I thought he
and all
did
that
some
stuff.
WWF stuff.
I don't think so.
Really?
I could be wrong in that, but I don't think so.
They didn't bring him in like ECW?
No, that I know. That no, they didn't. His I think his big thing was when WCW brought him in, and that I always remember hearing the rumor that he a lot of the because WCW brought Mike Awesome over, just because he was like the champion of ECW at the time.
Yeah.
Like they wanted to bring someone over from ECW and they didn't know who, and they were like, oh, just the champion, whoever that is, bring him over. So they brought, and like Mikey's thing was because there's that whole backstory of like who created the Stone Cold Stunner, like him or Stone Cold, because they feuded in ECW, and he beat Steve Austin in ECW
with a stunner.
Yeah, something like that. So like so basically, like that's when Austin was on top in WWF. So like WCW brought him over as like, this is the guy who beat Steve Austin. Like, and I don't even think they ever ended up doing it, but that was supposed to be the idea. Yeah. But I do remember him having some sweet matches in WCW. Yeah.
Oh, I should watch that stuff.
His really cool stuff for him to watch is when towards the end of ECW, when like him and Tajiri were tag teaming.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that's Mikey had like the bright red hair and stuff. Like that was dude, they did a lot of cool shit.
Yeah. So yeah, we did that.
Yeah, but it was
we're technically Chikara champs right now.
Yeah, we did beat the Chikara champs. Yeah. Yeah, the match was super fun though. Who was the hockey brother of that game?
George Peros.
Yeah, it's fucking badass.
Yeah, which was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Like to have, George like hit me up and his wife was like, "Oh my God, Andy's wrestling like 10 minutes from our house. We gotta like go." Yeah. And they like showed up and it was really fun.
Yeah, sat like front row. They were just like super
so
into
happy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
The show ended up being like, it was looking a little scary at first, like as far as like the turnout. Then it filled up nice and the crowd was super fun.
Yeah, the crowd was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good card, man. They had does he work as Martin Stone?
Martin Stone.
Okay, because I used to be Danny Burch.
Yeah, Danny Burchell.
Yeah.
Danny Birch. That's what it is, yeah.
And then
in NXT.
Yeah, which was super good. I think that was basically like his last shot before he just got signed like full time.
Yeah.
Or NXT or something, but it was fucking that was really cool.
The governor. Martin Stone.
Yeah. He's a good dude, man.
Yeah. He's awesome.
Yeah, they had a lot.
That was what him and Alex Reynolds and
both did a 3-way.
Cool.
Yeah. And then Alex, it was a guy I haven't seen Alex Reynolds in a long time.
I love him, man.
I love
him.
Yeah, he's just like, and you watch him work, and as you forget, like he's really good.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's a really good wrestler.
They bring him up every once in a while for 205 Live.
yeah, he's like when they're in the area and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like a dude like that, like he can go against anybody.
He basically he should be doing a lot more in wrestling than he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know he was doing the Beaver Boys with John Silver.
Yeah, and
that tag team was pretty awesome.
They were great. And then he was telling me, I think they're doing more. Like they have them like me and when I was teaming with Papadon, we worked. That was our best match. We worked them in CZW.
Yeah.
And then he told me now they're like feuding in CZW, but he said they're trying to do more tag stuff.
Yeah,
other places. I just watched a clip on YouTube today of his partner Johnny Silver too. Yeah. It's like it's weird how good it's. I don't know. It's weird how good he is.
He's awesome.
He's really good.
I like the fact that man. And I mean, if you're probably never gonna listen to this, John, but I'll bring that gimmick back to this podcast. But the fact that he's like a smaller dude and wrestles like he's like 6'10".
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking 500 pounds, and I believe it.
Yeah, was with the Beaver Boys. Like they always built to his hot tag, and his fire and his hot tag was always amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's just fucking. I don't know. It sounds so basic, but he's just really really fucking good at that.
He's on my list of dudes I want to wrestle before I don't wrestle anymore.
And he has to I don't know, unless he's that good and he's just working me. It seems like he has to do some kind of MMA training or something. Yeah. Like with a lot of the stuff that he does, it's like real smooth, and it's like I don't know.
He's got a really entertaining Twitter.
Yeah, because that's if you know him in real life, he's a goofball.
Yeah.
He's like a drunk goofball. I like it. So the fact that he's actually this super good athlete, and I say he has to do some kind of other training. I don't know, man. He's fucking awesome. He's awesome. Yeah. To rewind, I was going to bring this up too. Big shout out about Drew McIntyre listens to our podcast.
Yeah, it was insane. Last week I was like, I don't know if he's ever going to hear this, but and then he actually listens to it.
And then when he DM'd me, I just didn't put it together. I was as soon as I read the DM, I was just like, oh, he listened to the Awesome podcast.
Yeah.
And then like I read the DM back, and it was like the first thing he said was like, oh, but I did listen. And I was like, oh no, he's talking about our podcast. And I was like,
That's cool.
This is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He I just watched his when he debuted on Raw with Ziggler. It's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Like it's like the same thing. He fucking like he came in, he jumped Titus O'Neil, and he turned around and he gave Apollo Crews that like fucking sweet headbutt that he does. And he's just fucking like the promo he cut, like he worked me because it's like the promo he was cutting, I was like, oh, he's not supposed to say this stuff. He's just like going off, you know, because he's like saying like, I'm not what WWE wants, and like this is a reality check, like no one has any passion, everyone's just like back there collecting checks. Like it was fucking. He's like, if you're not on my level, I'm gonna fucking eat you alive. Like it was really cool shit, man. And I was, but like I mean, to props that could have been scripted. I don't know, but it was like, his promo was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
and it's just
I love that he's with Ziggler too. I think that's going to be really good.
Yeah. I
think that's going to be really cool. Like they're going to play off each other really well.
I think that's the whole thing. You know what I mean? And like they're buddies in real life, so it's like I think I like it. That actually makes me like want to watch their shit every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Drew's just
That's the funny thing now is like I think like the new shake, like they just shook everything up.
Yeah.
I haven't been into WWE
like following.
Like NXT is WWE for me now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I watch NXT.
That's what you watch every week
because it's always entertaining, and there's just like there's no huge analytical crazy storylines. It's like this guy doesn't like this guy. That's why they're wrestling.
Yeah,
and that's like cool because if someone doesn't know about wrestling, you could be like, hey man, please watch Gargano versus Ciampa.
Yeah,
you're gonna like wrestling.
Look how cool this is.
You know. And it's you obviously can go. There's no crazy. The storyline was crazy, but the essential thing was one dude didn't like being outshadowed by another guy.
Yeah,
he attacked him.
Yeah,
you know, boom, and then they had a great match. You know? That's awesome. And then you watch like Raw or SmackDown, and it's like
it's a different story.
Kurt Angle's got a kid. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like you guys really have to go that far. It's weird.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So they just like lose me all the time, and it's like, you know, now that shakeup I think is going to be good because
it's good. It was good timing.
A bunch of people up from NXT, and now like NXT's got to do the same thing. They got to now go into their like the reserves and see make stars now out of like guys who have been not on TV.
Yeah.
And I love that because you're going to get a good look at like newer dudes that you haven't seen before.
Which I feel like was really cool for Drew because it's like not only it's always exciting when the NXT guys get brought up, but it's like not only is he an NXT guy, like he was there before. You know what I mean? And now he's back and he's fucking better than ever. So it was like, I don't know, man. I think he's like one of my favorites to watch.
Yeah.
Like right now for sure.
I mean, that's what a pro wrestler. I mean, he looks. If you were to go like, if you showed someone Drew McIntyre, that doesn't know anything about pro wrestling, they're like, oh, that guy's probably a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
He just looks like a pro wrestler.
That's just, remember when we went after the Outlaw show, we went to go eat at the fucking diner?
Yeah.
And like, I mean, because that little foreign man who waited on us, he somehow picked up that we were wrestlers.
Yeah.
And he started talking about Jimmy Butterfly Snuka.
Yeah. I love Jimmy Butterfly Snuka. He's my favorite. Jimmy Butterfly Snuka.
Yeah, he's like talking about Andre and Bruno and like
an old Puerto Rican guy, like, and it was awesome.
He was real fired up.
Yeah,
he must have it was 2 a.m. and like we're just trying to eat and then go sleep at the hotel, and I mean he offered us coffee like 6 times. It was like
trying to feed us coffee.
Dude, I don't want coffee at 2 a.m, man. I'm sorry.
He just wanted to talk.
He sure did.
He was cool
about Jimmy Butterfly Snuka.
Yeah, Jimmy Butterfly. He does it.
That was a really good trip though.
Yeah, the trip itself was like.
Yeah, besides Dick Justice's snoring, which
Dick Justice has the worst snoring.
Dude. Yeah. Like this is, I mean, like if you're an independent wrestler and you're traveling the roads and you're gonna sleep with Dick Justice, you should really prepare yourself.
Yeah, get some earplugs.
I tried the Friday that we slept. I tried sticking like because I told you like I I kind of tried writing it off in my head, like, oh yeah, Dick snores, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to fall asleep first, and I couldn't. And then as soon as he started going, I stuck like tissues in my ears, and it did zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
And usually I can handle snoring. I can usually sleep through snoring.
Yeah. His was a different story. But I do feel like I apologize. I sound like shit. I still have a cold from California.
Yeah.
And then like you told me, like even like I was like snoring at one point because I'm all stuffed up.
There was one point in time, him, like Jesse, Dick, and Puff were all snoring.
And you for some reason voluntarily slept on the floor.
Well, it was either that or sleep with like a 300-pound man. You know what I mean? Or like
Puff sat like sleeping up, like sitting up.
And you like even you like those beds were so small.
Yeah, they were not made for two people.
Yeah.
It was like the world's smallest hotel room for like 4 gigantic people.
Should have just asked for another one. Yeah, whatever. It was fun. We got Tic Tac Diner after.
Yeah, it was a good trip. You because then I flew out in the morning for Impact. You guys drove home okay and everything? Yeah.
It was easy.
Yeah, the way home's always a lot more chill.
We stopped at the Bud Lake Diner.
What was it called?
And ate the Bud Lake Diner.
Where was it at?
BUDD in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like we posted a picture from there. I posted something, and people were like freaking out that we were in Bud Lake. Like people were just like, "Yo, I live 2 minutes from there." Like all these people were like, "Yeah,
it was a real hot spot."
Yeah. I posted like that little tiny ponytail.
Oh yeah.
And that was at Bud Lake Diner.
Oh, okay.
And like people were like losing their mind. They're like, "That's where I go to get pancakes." Or whatever. Like
dude, this is my spot.
The Gaslight dudes, like apparently Gaslight Anthem dudes, like that was where they would go after rehearsing when they first started.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Yeah. It was really cool.
Yeah, I figured like you were saying how sometimes like when you're on the road and it's like you could be in like California or whatever, but like you just can't wait to get on your plane and get home to fucking Buffalo.
Yeah.
But like you have like your spots like you want to go to.
Yeah.
Like cuz I what was it? My last day at Impact was what?
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that in a
second.
second.
You went to Impact.
Yeah, my last day there was like Monday or Tuesday, but I'm just saying I had a day off yesterday.
Yeah.
And then flew home today. But like on my day off, like I kind of figured like I went to Denny's for breakfast.
Yeah.
And then I got like Polo. I always want to say Polo Loco, but that's not it.
Oh, Pollo Loco?
No, but Polo Tropical or something like that. Ah, shit. It's super good. It's kind of similar to Chipotle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Polo Tropical. I went there. Starbucks was definitely one of my spots. Like that's like a must. And like I was just like I'm hitting all my spots, man. This is nice. Like,
Starbucks. It's really weird because like when I first started touring, I may have said this on the podcast before. But when you first start touring and you go to like all these like you go overseas or you go anywhere, like McDonald's is kind of like the place.
It's because it's always there.
It's always open.
Yeah, even
like,
Japan.
It always tastes the same.
Yep.
And it's like they call it the embassy. Like that was what they used to call it. Like when we first started going overseas.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you go to the embassy? Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, we had burgers at the embassy.
And
now like Starbucks is like the embassy for me.
Did they usually have them overseas and stuff? Oh really?
Like I just make sure that that's like. Every day I'll like find a Starbucks, get a coffee, and be like, okay, like just every day you get a little bit of sunshine.
Yeah, a little taste of home.
Yeah,
that was I didn't tell you this yet. I got like real inspired after the last podcast we did with Laura.
Yeah,
and I hit up I should look it up. I think it's called Bean Bastard.
Yeah,
they're like a local company. It's like a local company brother, and he's gonna send us some coffee to like check out. And then actually I hit up Death Wish Coffee too.
Yeah.
And I got to email the dude tonight actually.
Cool.
So we might be dropping their name at the beginning too.
Hell yeah.
Did you ever have the Death Wish? It's from upstate New York, and their gimmick is like it's like the strongest coffee you can like legally make.
Yeah. I have a bag at home right now.
Yeah, I like this is a knock. This isn't a knock on Death Wish. This is a knock on Keurig's. We have a Keurig coffee maker. No matter what fucking coffee I'm making that Keurig maker, it all tastes the same.
Yeah.
So I got to try the beans. But we did have Death Wish did send us before. They were making cold brew in like cans.
Yeah.
Those were fucking delicious.
Those cans are awesome.
Those things were fucking great.
Yeah, I got that, and then Hannah's Hannah just had like.
How about this like tiny ass coffee? you love ripping it on me.
How about this? Can you open this for me?
I actually can. Sure, let me open your bag for you.
Thanks, man.
I actually kind of got that small coffee because I knew you just.
That son of a bitch. The funny thing is, like, do you get the dark or do you get?
I did get that. I haven't gotten Tim Hortons in a long time.
Yeah.
And because I didn't really want anything too strong, and I got the dark because the other stuff just tastes like water.
See, the thing is, I respect the other one. Like the dark, sometimes it's just too dark for me.
Yeah.
But I get the other one, and it's like sometimes, I don't know where the hell we were on the last tour. We got this like, early in the morning stop, had to get gas. I got a coffee from like a gas station.
Yeah.
And it was like life changing how good it was.
It was like perfect.
Yeah, it wasn't like too dark. It wasn't too light. It was like just the perfect medium roast.
Yeah.
With nothing in it.
Yeah, just a black ass coffee.
Perfect, and I have not had anything like it since. It was so nice, and it was somewhere like.
Was it around here?
We were like making our way up into like Western Canada, so like North Dakota, South Dakota,
okay,
or just over the border.
Yeah,
like Alberta or something.
Real good chance you're never gonna have it again.
No. It was really good.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Whoever opened the gas station that morning brewed a real nice pot.
Yeah,
yeah.
Hannah just was at like this. It was like a 5-day like coffee roasters convention in Seattle.
Seattle, right? So,
and I mean,
it was like one of the biggest, isn't
Hannah's
it?
tiny. Yeah, it's like one of the biggest in the world. And Hannah's like tiny. Hannah's like, I'm gonna probably get this wrong. If she like listens to this, she probably doesn't listen to this.
She hasn't gotten this far.
Like 5'2".
Yeah,
that
sounds about right.
And like she was telling me like what she was putting down a day. And there was a day where I was like, please don't drink any more coffee.
Yeah.
Like you have to have a tiny little heart.
That's dude.
I mean, because she says it's because it's not free to the public, so it's basically like it's a convention for like roasters, and they have like a competition.
Yeah.
And baristas.
I'm sure there's like samples galore.
That whole thing, and that's all it is. People just like, what do you want?
Yeah.
And like you don't pay a price, so you can just walk up, and she's drinking like. Flat whites, cortadas, like you know what I mean, like
everything.
And she's drinking nitro brew is everywhere. Everyone's got a cold brew, just there, and it's like it's easy because it's always on tap.
Yeah, it's like here you go,
bam, and you're just ripping. And yeah, there was a day where she was like, they had to like break down their like site or whatever like that, and she was like, yeah, we're gonna be here a little later. I think I'm gonna have like one more, and I was like, please don't.
Like the past couple of days, you are way over the limit. That's nuts.
Yeah, but then there's like days though where I'll just start, I don't even realize it. I'll wake up, I have a coffee, then around like noon I have a coffee.
Yeah.
Around 5 we get to the venue or whatever.
Yep.
I'm like drinking a coffee. I get a coffee after that. And then I'm like, holy shit, I'm like 6 coffees down.
Yeah, it's a lot.
2 of those, if they're at Starbucks, I'm getting quad flat whites.
That's insane.
If you guys want to know what the Andy Williams is, the Andy Williams is a soy flat white with an extra shot. It's a very nice drink.
Which it turns out to be, what's in it? It's 4 shots of espresso.
Yeah, 4
straight up
espresso and then soy.
Dude.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll get 2 extra.
2 extra shots?
Oh yeah.
I can't believe that's like they can legally serve that.
Yeah.
Like 5. It says 5 shots.
They have a 6-shot something now.
Oh yeah, because I remember reading that in Canada. Yeah. It was like, if you're going to the gym, get this guy. It's 6 shots of espresso.
You're gonna have diarrhea before you even lift a weight.
Yeah, exactly. When I used to take No Explode. Like that was when pre-workouts first started coming around, and the original No Explode was just insane.
Yeah.
And I used to like incorporate that into my workouts because it was like, basically it's like I would have No Explode, I would get to the gym, I would warm up a little bit, I would get in, like pretty much after my first set of whatever I did, I had to go take a shit for like 15 minutes.
Oh yeah,
it just blowed out, and then finish my work, and then continue my workout. Yeah. But it was like taking a huge shit right at the beginning of your workout was like, part of the process.
No Explode would be like the anti No Explode.
They should just turn it to Explode. Explode pre-workout. It was the exact opposite.
But yeah, you ever want that drink? That's my drink. That's my normal order.
Yeah, I always I don't know why I even ask you anymore. It's always the same shit.
Yeah. So let's talk about Impact.
Yeah. So I like I guess like the easiest way to put it, like long story short, is I requested my release from Impact the last loop, and then they granted it to me this loop. And like, I mean, like, I have like nothing bad to say against the company or anything. It's just like, it's like I went through the same thing. I always talk about this like years ago when I realized I was just doing the same loop of shows up here in upstate New York and Canada, and I was like, if I keep doing this, this is it. And then that's when I started traveling to CZW, and then I ended up getting some Ring of Honor stuff, and that ultimately led me going to the UK and then getting signed by TNA Impact at the time. And now with Impact, it's just basically like, I mean, I'm 37 years old, and it's like I know where I'm at there, and it's like I want to try and do some more stuff while I have time. So I requested my release, and they were super cool about it, and they gave it to me, and I wrapped up. I think my last day was on my last day was on Monday, off on Tuesday, and then I flew home today. So my last match, I did the pay-per-view stuff with Sue Young on Sunday. And then I have one more match with Moose, which should air either this week or next week. Yeah. And then, but it's like...
I watched something last night. I watched an Impact last night. I was awake at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And watched, it was you and Sue versus Fala.
Oh, that was the Impact before.
Yeah.
It turned out okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I was just happy because it turned out to be more like an intergender match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's weird. Sometimes you get put in those matches, and they want to do the whole thing of like, okay, like if you tag in the girl, that means automatically the other girl has to come in too. And it's just like, dude, like unless you're gonna put that over commentary, and then like the fans don't understand, it's like, so it gets complicated to like tell that story. You know what I mean? And plus the whole thing, like basically what we had to do with that match was like we're not like the guys can't hit the girls, like that can't be on TV. Even like the one part I grabbed like Kiera Hogan at the end, like I just kind of like daintily grabbed her by the waist and moved her, but it's like, and then I just had the girls just bump us. You know what I mean? It turned out pretty cool.
Yeah,
they what was it?
But you're going back to Pepper Parks.
Yeah, that's
that's really all I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. So
no more Braxton.
Yeah, the big I got to figure out how to do that without, because I think I'm going to lose verification for a little bit on Instagram and Twitter and stuff. But I think you basically just got to reach out, and then within a couple weeks you get it back. But I'm like super pumped to go back to Pepper Parks.
I don't have verification.
Yeah, and you do better than I do. So what's the
It's me, guys.
Yeah. So I'll put that up here soon. A nice release post, and then switch back to Pepper Parks.
Yeah.
I got we got the House of Hardcore stuff coming up in June, which you'll travel with me for and stuff.
Yep.
House of Hardcore stuff would be a lot of fun, and then there's there's just a lot of stuff I want to work on. So it feels like it's exciting. It's weird. Like I feel good, but like I was really bummed like my last day, because I do like it there, and
of course,
obviously my wife works there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the one thing I want to make sure I say is like, dude, that company hired me at 35 years old. Yeah. Like on my first like contract. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not like I had any exposure anywhere else or anything like that. Yeah. And they hired me and my wife at the same time. You know,
which was awesome.
Yeah. So that was a cool moment too. It was I should give a shout out to Bob Ryder. Is the guy there who does he does all the travel. He does a lot more than that there, but he does the travel, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And Bob, I made sure to like pull him aside and just say, hey, today's my last day. You know, thanks for everything, because I know he had a hand in getting me hired too. Yeah. And then he was like, oh, because he was the one. It was me, him, and Laura in like this little trailer when he offered us the contract. And he was like, "Oh, I'll never forget when I offered you guys your contract." And like Laura started crying, and like it was like a really cool moment and stuff. It was cool. It was cool to like talk to Bob and stuff like that. And everybody they were super cool about it. Yeah. Well, so
time to turn the page and do cool shit now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, time to fucking kick ass, man.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
Inspired to go out there, whoop some ass.
Yeah. We got a lot of ass whooping to do.
Yeah. I mean, saying the Blade in Pepper Park's kind of weird, but it used to be the Blade.
Yeah, Braxton the Blade. Pepper the Blade doesn't sound the same.
Just go by the Blade.
Just the Blade works though.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we do
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, when we do the Like I really think like, because some people even said stuff to me too, like obviously like me and you, the Butcher and the Blade, has some shit. Like us with like Nate is like a different level too.
Yeah.
Even a lot of people were like, dude, that's like really fucking cool.
Yeah, king of the trios.
Yeah, because I said something. Somebody was at Sammy Callahan was like asking me like he started like spouting off, and he was like, "You guys have a name?" And he started going off. I was like, "Yeah, the Butcher, the Blade, and the King." Yeah. And then he just kind of stopped, and he was like, "Whoa. Well, that's really good." And then Caleb Conley was like, "Oh, it's like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe."
Yeah, like, yeah. You gotta remember, man. You got like, I'm not like a full. I haven't been. I'm not a full. I'm a fan of wrestling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? First.
Yeah.
And then we all are, but like,
exactly.
My mind is always gonna be creative.
Yeah.
Right. It's always gonna go to like the creativeness,
which is good
on that first. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The creative side of things.
Yeah. So like it's said, like wrestling still is like writing a song to me.
Yeah.
And like there's got to be album art. You know, you got to have sick album art.
Yeah. What is this? What is it called?
Like album art. You know, like
album art. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The Butcher and the Blade.
Yeah.
You gotta pop. You gotta have a song for that. You have to have a record like name.
Yeah. Like that's all like
House of the Holy.
By
Led Zeppelin. Sick.
You gotta like the stuff like when it is fun to always think back like when you wanted to be a wrestler when you were a kid. It's like, you weren't worried about how tight your fucking hammerlock switch was and stuff. It's like, think of the fun stuff. Like, what are you going to wear? Like, what's your name going to be? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, he said, like, fucking sick album art. Like, same shit.
And that's, like, I did, like, a speech to the guys at Grapplers about just how I'm injured and shit like that. And how, like, just if people need me, I'm there. You know what I mean? Like, that type of thing. Just use me while I'm off.
Yeah.
And the one thing I want to, like, it's hard to go into training and, like, for me, when I go into training, I don't go into training as like Andy, like the guy that like just shoveled.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I walk in the door, it's like I get to be the Butcher when I'm in a wrestling ring. So like you should always be that guy.
Yeah.
When you're in a wrestling ring.
Yes. When you're in that environment.
Yeah. You're not Seabass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're in there, you're going to be Mr. Awesome or whatever. You know what I mean? And, it's kind of cool to like, we all have that second life where you can be a dickhead.
Yeah.
Or you can be like this overtly crazy baby face.
It's a total like creative, like artistic outlet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
it's wild. Like,
yeah.
To think about that. Like, not too many people have that. And like, people that like sit in a cubicle and they're there all day. Like when they leave, they get to go be a gamer.
Yep.
And when they're doing that, they're essentially doing the same thing. We just get to live it out.
Yeah. I've had people tell me before, like, they're like, "Oh, he's still doing the wrestling thing. That's so cool." And they're just like, they'll like honestly admit, like, I'm jealous because like I wish I could do something like that. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I always consider myself lucky that I just know I've loved wrestling ever since I can remember. That's all I've ever wanted to do.
Yeah.
Some people want to do stuff like that, but they just don't know what their passion is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's just fucking badass that we get to do it.
Yeah.
Especially at like such a fucking high level.
Yeah.
God, I did want to put over fucking. It was a bummer. I was supposed to have my last match was supposed to be with Grado.
Oh.
I was supposed to work Moose. I was supposed to have 2 matches in one day with Moose and Grado. And then they had to cut the show. The show was going long, so they ended up cutting some segments. And they were going to have me and Grado work the next day. But then I was like, I fly home tomorrow. And they were like, oh, so I think Grado was just going to end up working somebody else.
Yeah.
But, dude, that fucking, you've never met him, have you?
Mm-mm.
He told me a story. He's real hard to understand with like his Scottish accent, but he can do this awesome, like, it's like a normal thing. Like with it, like he'll talk to people and like, because he's been there for a while now, and they'll just go, "What the fuck did you just say?" Like, because he'll start mumbling and talking real fast. But he can do this thing where, like, when people say that to him, he'll he'll be like, "You're being too stiff, brother." Like, just like he'll just turn out a completely normal American accent, like with a hillbilly, like brotherly voice. It's so funny, dude.
That's awesome.
But he told me, he was in the airport in like Glasgow or something like that, like flying here, and he was taking a piss, and there was like an American guy next to him pissing, and he like farted super loud, like the American guy did, yeah. So Grado, I guarantee Grado was probably drunk, and he like turned the guy, like, oh yeah, man, that was fucking awesome, man, and he put up a high five, and the guy like got right in his face, like, fuck you say to me, man, fucking, he was like, no, man, that was fucking great, man. This guy was just like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, just like aggro farter.
Super mad about it.
Like, trying to give him a good out.
Yeah.
Hey, man, good out.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Like, basically, like, me and Grado were, like, putting this match together, and he just told me that story in, like, the middle of nowhere, like, calling spots, and I was, like, keeled over. I was laughing so hard. It was incredible, dude.
And if you guys want to hear a really good fart bit, go back to the second Adam Sandler CD.
Well, wait,
Kevin Nealon, where they're like in like he's the
psychiatrist.
He's just farting the whole time. He's like,
Shit.
that one was definitely you.
Like I'm having like deja vu. I kind of remember, but I kind of don't.
One point in time, there's like a fart, and he goes, "Good out."
Wait, was it supposed to be? Was Adam Sandler like super nervous or like?
No. Like, so it's not Adam Sandler farting. Adam Sandler's in there to talk to the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And then the psychiatrist is farting the whole time, but blaming it on.
Oh, yeah, but blaming it on
that one was you. Yeah.
Yes. I'm just trying to remember like what Adam Sandler's voice was like doing back.
Just laughing.
Oh,
He's just like, oh, that was. Whew, all right, man. It's got a smell in here. Yeah. Just it would be good if you just admitted it. Okay, let's go. Let's move on. And 1, 2. I'm gonna count back from 10, 10, 9. Yeah.
Fuck, man, that was really good.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but like Adam Sandler's just laughing the whole time.
Dude, it is fucking awesome. It's on Spotify.
Is it really?
All the Adam Sandler CDs are on Spotify.
I do remember the part where he was like, that one was definitely you.
Yeah. Dude, it is
100% listen to that.
Kevin Nealon is fucking
He's
awesome.
the best, man.
He's on some show now with
he was on that show Weeds, and he was really good.
Is he on that
and he's on
show
something else now too.
With it's not that Tim Allen show, right? There was like a Tim Allen show for a little bit.
I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't. Tim Allen had a show that was on for a little bit.
Is it on just like regular STV or is it on like
Pretty sure it was
Showtime
on, like,
or something?
CMT or something.
Oh,
like,
okay.
On country music.
Fuck.
I can't remember the name of it.
I want to watch that one with Bill Hader or Hader. How do you say his name?
I heard it's awesome.
Yeah, it's just
I don't know what it's called.
just one. It's like Billy. It's like a regular name. It's on HBO. I mean, anything on HBO is always fucking really good.
Anything with Bill Hader.
And that too. That's
yeah.
What was I gonna say? They
Dude, they just made a what was his like New York nightlife reviewer that was on SNL.
Bill Hader?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Fuck. What
Was it was on
like
it was on like
Sebastian or something like that on the news.
oh was he like overly gay?
Yeah.
I remember seeing a clip of it and I was thinking to myself, I never saw that before.
Oh my god, dude, that whatever that character is called is genius.
Yeah, he has like a blonde wig on.
They just made a Funko of that
really?
character.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Someone, dude, I do this every week. There's someone at home right now that's like,
just screaming the name.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, you fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
I got a quick one.
Yeah,
I did write this down. I should have brought it up when we were talking about Hana earlier. So like last week when Laura was here, and we were talking about the rib I did at breakfast when I was talking about how Hana's like way out of your league. But like I want you to understand that like the whole point of that joke was like I can't say it when Laura's sitting next to me is just like, you know, like look at me, dude. I'm fucking a 37-year-old bald asshole.
I tried to say that.
Oh yeah,
like something happened. I think like something happened.
Oh, I got cut off.
Yeah, it got cut off because I was like, well, look at this.
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah.
That's supposed to be the whole point, but I couldn't say it. Both times I said it to you at breakfast, she was there, and here she was here.
Yeah,
it's just like, you know, I'm the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Fucking old, fucking, I got no job, fucking no hair, bad knees. I got a super hot wife for no reason.
For zero reason.
Yeah, because I have no business being around.
Like, I posted a picture with a tater tot in my pants yesterday. She was like, whoa, what's that about?
Here's my fitness girlfriend.
What's that about? You mean that crinkle? That crinkle cut fry?
I thought it was a crease in your pants.
Yeah. I'm a Ken doll.
I didn't even think about that. Like for tug time with you too. Like your right arm is just completely
gone.
jacked.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I have the quick shot, so I can probably, probably pump the quick shot.
Dude, how about
with my left hand?
You want to talk about a serious sponsorship? Like that's a lifesaver.
Yeah,
like,
especially right now.
What a hookup!
And it was really weird because Hannah's gonna be here on the 29th.
This month?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So she's coming in at like 10 a.m. On Sunday just for the night because she has a flight and then she's moving to LA. So like she's gonna be.
That's insane. She's coming across the country.
Well, she just did that Seattle thing.
Yeah.
And then she promised her best friend that they would take a trip to Miami.
Oh, okay.
So she's doing Miami like this weekend with her for like 3 days.
Yeah. That's a good idea though to deload after the fucking.
Yeah. So then she re-switched her standby.
Yeah.
To Buffalo.
Yeah.
And did it for like 18 hours or something.
Yeah,
like
so you're here like a whole day.
10, and then she flies out at like 8 the next morning.
That's nuts.
And then so yeah, I get to hang with her for 18 hours or something.
Yeah. It's cool though.
I'm gonna pick her up from the airport and go to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Like take her to Niagara Falls.
That's cool.
And then she wants to get wings.
Yep. Yeah, they'll do all the spots.
Yeah, like stuff like that.
Yeah, which you're very good at that stuff. So
yeah.
We're thinking to take her for wings.
There's a place by us like that. Well, there's a place right here. The Klimax. You ever eat Klimax?
Not the
Wings. Oh, the wings are insane. There's like literally a bar right here.
Yeah.
Like right.
Did we walk past it?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you were telling me about it.
And that place is like unreal.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna get wings like close.
I still gotta take Laura to the. There's a vegan store on this fucking street now.
There's a vegan store on Oliver, which is that's mind blowing.
It was when you told me that it was around the studio.
Yeah, and then Thurston posted about it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, Thurston like posted something because Thurston is vegan.
Yeah, I went to like my mom loves doing stuff like this, and like I still get some mail delivered to my parents' house, and I went to get the dog, and there was some mail sitting there, and she like on just like a little piece of paper. I think it's called the vegan store, and she just had that written down in the address, and I was like, "Oh, it's on Oliver Street."
Yeah,
it's like, what the fuck?
It's right here.
Yeah, that's
literally right there.
That's crazy. Sucking a banger. Huge
North Tonawanda news. This is for real. This is huge. You're laughing because it's gonna get really morbid.
Oh no!
When I was in high school, a girl got murdered named Mandy Steinberg.
I saw this on Facebook today.
Yeah,
it was like 93 or something, wasn't it?
Man. Yeah, she was a year older than I was.
And they just caught the dude or something?
Dude, everyone has known it was that dude since then.
Really?
Yeah. Like they just didn't have enough evidence to like get him.
And he stayed here the whole time?
He was somewhere.
Oh, okay. But and they just arrested him like today?
They just arrested him today.
That's nuts, man.
So 24 years or 25 years.
Gotta be.
Something like that.
I mean, 93, so yeah. That's
insane.
Nuts.
They finally busted him today.
I didn't know that. I saw like a clip of it on Facebook. I didn't know it was North Tonawanda.
Huge, man.
That's nuts.
Huge. There was
She was in your high school?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Ugh. And that was like crazy. I remember it was like moving up day dance or something.
Oh.
And like she and him, like they saw her getting into his car.
Yeah.
And then
who was he? Was he the same age?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Joe Bellstat. And then, or maybe he was like a year older than her.
Yeah.
Because I think she went to school. He had a younger brother named Jamie Bellstat who jumped me once and dumped white out on my face. That was really cool. Yeah. Sticking up for Dan Link. I was like, sticking up for Dan Link. There was like this nerdy kid that lived in my neighborhood named Dan Link.
Uh-huh.
And who was kind of a prick. He was always a prick.
Yeah.
But I think he was like from our neighborhood. And they were like picking on him. And there was like a group of kids like picking on him.
Yeah.
And he would always be like 5 steps ahead of me or 5 steps behind me on the way home. Like, because we lived in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
And this one day, like, these dudes were just whooping him. Like, just fucking with him and stuff. So I was walking by and just couldn't.
Said something.
Be like, well, they're picking on Dan Link. Or they were like literally beating the shit out of him. So I just was like, guys, let up. Like, give it up.
Yeah.
And they just kicked my ass.
They turned it around, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Dan Link both got beat up, and they dumped white.
Poured white on her face.
On my face. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
And but then his older brother got arrested 26 years later.
It's crazy, like to just like how, like you said, like I mean, like 26 years later they got arrested. But it goes to say, mate, there had to be somebody out there that like wouldn't give the fuck up. You know
Of
what I mean?
course,
Who
yeah.
was just like, fuck this, and like kept pushing the issue.
Yeah, which is
I
awesome.
mean, you would think, after like a decade,
I'm gonna get this name way wrong. But I remember the cop's name was like, I want to say his name was Gil. It was like Gil, Delberti or something like that. Officer Delberti.
Yeah.
Delberti, something like that. And I remember him being, when I was a kid, I remember him like being a detective in North Tonawanda. Mm-hmm. And they just like, I watched like the news clip before I came here.
Oh, okay.
Before I got in your car.
Yeah.
Like I watched the news clip and like he was like crying. Like,
oh, really?
he's been fucking, I mean, this dude's been like
Yeah,
trying to
pushing
do
the
this
issue
since then.
Fuck, over
So
20
he's been-
years.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want. It actually makes me want to like check some shit out.
I really
online.
hope they do like a forensic files or like a cold case on it because
Yeah,
I mean, dude, that was a 26-year.
there has to be a story to it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd love to know like
What all went
if it
down?
came out as to like how, because they found her at, I'm gonna get this wrong. They found her body at what is it, Kissing Bridge?
Okay.
Right?
Chestnut Bridge or
One of the
Chestnut
like,
Ridge or Kissing Bridge.
Yeah.
One of the ski places.
around here. They found
That's
her body.
Fucking awful.
Yeah. And I mean, like, that was the thing. I didn't know her,
Yeah.
but like we were in school together.
Yeah. Still, you know.
At that time, it was just, you don't like think of stuff like that when you're a kid. Like, I'm sure that like if you're listening to this, there's probably been murders in your like school and stuff. But like, North Tonawanda is a very small place.
Yeah.
And like stuff like that just doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like crazy, you know, for
For a small town.
yeah.
Yeah. That's. I remember like my aunt said something like a while. Like one of my little cousins. I mean, like when she was little, like first or second grade or something like that. Like one of her classmates like passed away, and it's like stuff you don't think about. Is like, how do you explain to a bunch of little kids that like this kid is gone and like not coming back?
Yeah.
Like, oh god,
Dude, Jeff Smith. That was like one of my first friends. I was in like first grade.
yeah,
One of my first friends had leukemia,
oh,
and just one day he just didn't come to school.
yeah, just oh man,
And like
That's
that was
so
like
heavy.
Yeah, it was like one of my like because of I had dyslexia and I have a bunch of learning disabilities. So like I was at Drake school when I was a kid, and then like I was at Drake school for like 2 years. Then they realized that my brains were fucked up, so then they like switched me to Meadow School for like a half a year. Then I went to Ohio, and Ohio school is like really far away from where I grew up. So like, and it was like in the middle of like the rich section of like North Tonawanda.
Yeah.
And, like, you know where did you go to school?
Gilmore.
You went to Gilmore. See, I never made it to Gilmore, but I went to almost every other elementary school in North Tonawanda. But I ended up at Ohio school, and that's where like all the uppity kind of kids grew up.
Yeah.
And like and Jeff Smith was like the first kid to kind of like,
Yeah, your first friend.
hey, come over and hang out.
Yeah. Oh, such a bummer.
Yeah. And then it's just like, hey, where's Jeff? And then they kind of have to tell you like, well, Jeff was sick.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, it sucks.
To maybe like a positive segue.
Yeah, please.
Out of nowhere, I kind of got a present for like all the Buffalo boys. Was fucking shout out to good brother Zach Ryder, gave me like, you ever see those like Yeti bags?
Yeah.
Like a $300 Yeti
they're
bag.
crazy.
He was like telling, because we were talking about like food prep places and blah blah blah. And like I've seen like I know a bunch of the WWE boys were doing this, and he was like, dude, he's like, I did it one loop where I got the Yeti bag and I put a bunch of food in there. And he's like, then my hotel didn't have a fridge and the freezer packs melted. And he's like, I tried putting real ice in there and then that melted. And he's like, I don't use it. And he gave me like a $300 Yeti bag. So
That's
like
sick.
when we drive to shows, like literally if you guys bring food,
Yeah.
it literally would fit enough food for like a family of 8. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
huge, dude.
That's
so like,
awesome.
yeah, we could just throw a bunch of shit in there. I was like,
That's cool.
This thing's great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking badass.
Yeah, that is. I'm like trying to think of that now because I'm like, when I start these like gorge walks,
yeah.
I'm like trying to think of things that are like high in fat. So like egg salad, perfectly high in fat.
Just
Because I want to go like
stop at 7-Eleven.
early in the morning,
Yeah.
and just make like 2, put them in a bag.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
when I do the walk, like
Sure, you find like a little cooler too, like throw like water in there or something.
I think egg salad's good in the heat.
Yeah, it probably tastes great. Totally.
But
Kevin Pop.
and it's kind of crazy. Like my mom asked me, she's like, well, "What are you gonna do?"
Yeah,
You know, she knows how active I am, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna do the gorge walk every day.
yeah,
And she was like, every day. And I was like, every day.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm already an anomaly in my family anyways. Where like, it doesn't make sense that I'm 6'3" and 240. My parents are both little. My sister's not that big. You know what I mean? My sister's like super athletic. Though.
Yeah.
Like, she does like a bunch of bullshit. CrossFit. I think she's actually opening her own gym.
That's sweet.
Which is kind of cool. But it'll be a CrossFit gym, so it's not that cool.
Yeah, so it's like kind of cool, kind of not. Yeah.
So yeah, like, you know, and like my mom's just like that. And when I said that, she was just like, it's like a good 6-mile hike. Like,
yeah.
And there's like 400 stairs.
That's to a lot of people around here. That's going to sound like you're out of your mind.
Yeah. So, whatever. You know, I gotta like push it somehow.
Yeah.
You know? I just have to know where my shoulder is in that. As soon as I know that I can go, I'm gonna start going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how long it'll be till you can drive too.
I apparently I can drive tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Basically, yeah. I can't drive when. I'm sure there's probably still some effect going on in my brain with the anesthetic or the.
Oh yeah, the meds and stuff.
Yeah. Which was fucked up. If you want to talk about that, I just told Jesse like on the ride here, like they gave me this fucking nerve blocker.
Oh, the nerve shot, yeah.
To go back to this mundane shoulder talk, yeah, like they gave me like a nerve blocker on my right side. So where they put it is like right by your neck, and it made half of my face numb. I couldn't feel my ear, my cheek, my neck. My entire arm didn't work. So, like, none of the nerves working in my hand, which my hand wasn't working. It just feels like when you wake up in the middle of the night and your arm's asleep. That's what it felt like all day.
Yeah.
And I didn't think of my inner organs. So, like, at the same time, it had shut one of my lungs down.
Yeah, that's...
So I was, like, sitting in my chair, and I'm like... and I couldn't catch my breath. And then, like, my lungs were filled up with, like, fluid.
Yeah.
My nose was bloody.
You probably think it was like your heart or something, though?
Yeah, man. It was crazy. So, like, anytime I would go in the bathroom to try to, like, clear my throat and get this, like, fluid out, I would, like, hiccup, and it would never come up. This is disgusting to talk about.
Yeah.
But it was kind of, like, in thing. And sometimes it would get caught where it felt like I was going to, like, drown.
Yeah, so you're just, like, filling up with fluid pretty much. Yeah.
And then this morning when, like, the doctors called me to check up, just like, hey, how you doing this morning? I was like, you know, the pain's not that bad. But this weird thing happened yesterday where, like, I couldn't breathe. And they're like, oh, that was, like, the nerve blocker cut one of your lungs probably. Cool.
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up, guys.
Yeah. I mean, it got scary. And I'm really good at, like, hiding when things are, like, wrong.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm just sitting there and my mom and dad are like, is everything okay? Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I'm like coughing and like stuff like that. And they're just like, you sure you're all right?
Hey, it's a little stuffed up there, bud.
Okay. Yeah. So
Ugh.
it was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Fucking Avengers comes out this weekend.
Yeah.
Infinity
Great
Wars.
segue.
Yeah. The filled up lungs straight to Avengers.
Yeah.
I don't know why it
Avengers
just popped
comes
in my
out.
head.
Wait, what did we see? We saw something. Didn't we just see something together?
Yeah.
That just came out. No, me and Puff.
Oh, you went to go see.
and Puff
You
saw
saw
Super
Blockers,
Troopers.
then you saw Super Troopers 2.
Blockers was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's sweet.
And Super Troopers 2 is like...
You said it's like the perfect sequel.
It is the perfect fucking sequel.
That's badass.
Like, you know how, like, they always regurgitate jokes?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you see the first Hangover, and then the second Hangover is exactly like the first one. The first,
Yeah,
you know,
like
the
they
third
just...
ones,
Yeah.
they just keep rehashing the same jokes, like, over and over again. The worst was Anchorman. Like,
Yeah.
Anchorman 2 was such
That
a
was
piece
such...
of trash.
It took so long for it to come out.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, what a bummer.
And then it just, like...
At the same time, though, like you know, that was a really... To try and duplicate that
Of
is
course.
like fucking impossible.
But
I mean,
Super Troopers, like, try to duplicate
that's
Super Troopers.
exactly. That's why it's really cool to hear it's good.
And I think what you have to do with that is you have to... One, you have to remember what your, like, money shots are, obviously.
like Meow and stuff like that.
And then kind of, like, talk about it, but don't make it an actual joke.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to rehash... Like, it doesn't have the same punchline, but, like, you're using it. And they do that really well in the second one, especially with the Meow thing. They never do the Meow thing.
Yeah.
But there's a section that, like, throws
Okay.
an ode to it, and
That's
then you're
cool.
like... Oh,
Pretty clever.
yeah, it's really clever. And I think you have to take the entire movie out of the first context and then add a cool story to make it into its own thing. And that's what they did. They like completely like, because there's no reason for all these dudes to get back together. You know what I mean? Like if something happened where they fell apart.
Yep.
They make a really good catalyst for them being together.
That's sweet.
It's just, they do a really good thing. And like the like, remember the scene where like the local cops like take Farva in and like strip him naked.
Oh yeah.
Like they do a really good job of like those kind of jokes.
Yeah.
In this one.
Gotcha.
So I was like really excited, like, and it was funny because we were leaving and I was like, I think that's like the last movie I'm like pumped for that's like coming out.
Yeah.
That was like the last one that I was like really excited about coming out. And then he's like, dude, Avengers.
Yeah. Like
but he just started like going and I was like, oh fuck,
yeah,
there's so many more fucking
the biggest movie.
But like Avengers, Solo, Venom.
Solo?
Han Solo movie.
Oh fuck, man.
Yeah.
That's like next month, I think.
Yeah. But like he started like naming all these movies. I was like, fuck, man, there's like so many good movies coming out.
Yeah. They just released the Venom.
I still haven't
Venom
watched
trailer.
it. I'll watch it tonight.
It's cool. And I just saw at like a Comic-Con thing or something, like Quentin Tarantino's new movie stars Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh fuck, man. It's heavy.
What is it like? What?
I don't know. It just showed Tarantino and Leo on stage together, and they said there's other people in it too, but they're the two main stars.
Fuck. What am I thinking of right now?
I'm
thinking of Rob Zombie's Manson movie.
Oh,
Rob Zombie's doing a Manson movie.
Is that with is it 3 Stages of Hell or something?
Maybe.
I follow him on Twitter, so it's like it's something with like three of Hell or something.
Yeah.
3 from Hell, I think that might be it. It's about Manson.
Yeah, I think
I
there's
didn't know
like
that.
one. He's doing a Manson movie.
Oh, okay.
Marilyn Manson.
On tour.
Yeah.
It's a documentary.
He's doing a documentary of it. But he's doing a Charles Manson movie.
Okay.
And I, for some reason, thought that. I'm gonna look into that now.
He's got a lot of like he posts a lot of cool things like it's he uses a lot of the same actors, but it's like like he'll do like a little like decal pic and it's like so and so just joined us, and it's just like, oh fuck, it's got a lot of cool shit in there.
I'm like, I know like the critic. He definitely the critic was.
I will laugh every time.
I hope so. The critic definitely like we talked about Solo. We were like, texting about Solo.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, it switched hands like 4 times and blah, blah, blah. Like he brings all this like dumb shit
backstage
into it.
stuff.
It's just like, dude, just wait until the movie comes out.
Like
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you really get caught up in that shit, man.
That's why we call him the critic. Evan Duckett. Evan X.
He's worried about what happened with the script and the fucking.
I think it's Evan X Duckett on Twitter. Yeah. And Evan gets like I said, my favorite line ever is. Like
it's
it's coming of age. Like he actually said that to me.
It's a coming of age
tale or story
but
about a young girl.
Dead serious.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, like actually in a text message, not like.
Oh, okay. I thought he said it in person.
No, like actually in a text message.
Yeah.
Like he wrote that out, and I was like, oh my god, the critic.
Which might be even weirder.
It's so weird, man. It was about Ladybug. He was like telling me about Ladybug.
Or Lady Bird?
Lady Bird.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a coming of age tale.
About a young woman.
Yeah. Like, it's just the fucking critic. But yeah, he like starts telling him like, man, I'm kind of pumped for the Solo movie. And he's like, well, I mean, it's already switched hands like 4 different times with like directors. Like, no one will even buy the thing.
Dude, they made a Han Solo movie. I want to watch it.
Yo, hands down, you just put the Star Wars name on it. People are going to go see it.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter.
It's gonna
like that cartoon thing. People went and saw that cartoon movie.
Oh, yeah.
I never saw it, but like people went and saw that like cartoon movie.
Yeah, because it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like, who gives a fuck, you know?
I mean, like, we've talked about that with other stuff, too. Like,
I think he said that about Venom, too. I think he said he had something about Venom, too, where Venom kept changing hands, or it's not an actual Marvel release. It's a...
Yeah.
it's a Sony.
Yeah,
it's like they still own that name.
That gets confused too. I don't understand
but it's
that
like,
whole thing.
Who cares? The character's coming to life.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, but he's never going to be able to go against this guy or this guy, and it's like, so what, man? They're still going to figure it out.
Let's start with the first one.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
They're going to figure it out.
Yeah,
there's too many millions of dollars.
It's Tom Hardy playing Venom. It's a pretty cool concept.
It's gonna be sick, and he looks great. Like it looks awesome.
Yeah, I saw the picture. And I just like, oh fuck, and then it's at the very end.
Yeah,
it's like it looks fucking.
Yeah,
it's pretty nasty.
And it's like at some point in time, it's all gonna merge together. It's going to happen in our lifetime.
It's happening this weekend.
And it's going to be amazing.
Avengers Infinity Wars is like one of the craziest things that ever.
I can't wait. So many people are going to die.
Like I remember when people told me they're like, "Oh yeah, all of the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy are in it too." It's just like,
everyone's.
It's
in that
so
movie,
stacked. It's,
you look at that IMDb.
Yeah,
it's like how
just everybody.
Dude, that movie had to cost $1 billion.
Yeah.
To make.
Yeah. Well, that's like now I'm getting carried away like the critic, but I think that's the whole angle is like they have those people signed on like, okay, like you play this character and you get paid this much money, and like if we do a movie you have to play this character. So like it's
gonna be awesome.
Yeah, like I think it was when we were on the plane to California, Deadpool was on.
Yeah,
and it was like I think there was a couple times he went to like the X-Men's mansion. I can't think what the name is. Yeah. And like, because the two in it are Cyclops and the Jubilee, maybe the little chick. Yep. And at one point, he's like, oh, it's funny. Every time I come here, I only see two of you guys. It's like the studio couldn't afford more X-Men.
Yeah. That's like
this huge mansion. I only see two.
Second fucking Deadpool.
Yeah, second Deadpool too.
It's gonna be awesome. You get Cable, is like it's funny because
and God bless Josh Brolin. Cable and fucking Thanos. Like that dude is just banking.
Yeah, he's great though.
Yeah,
man.
fuck man.
He so if you read about the guy who created Deadpool and Cable and Bishop, like that whole era of like X-Men or those characters, is this guy named Rob Liefeld, and he's like he got blackballed for a while because he was the guy that kind of created comics looking not like humans anymore.
Yeah.
Like, these over the top, huge,
super jacked,
giant, jacked.
Yeah,
like, it wasn't just like a normal guy anymore.
Yeah,
like even you can see look at like early '90s Wolverine compared to like late '90s Wolverine.
Yeah, where he's like hairy and
just gigantic
shoulders and abs. Yeah.
So,
but that shit looks so fucking cool.
Yeah, it's a comic book.
Exactly. I don't want him to look like normal people.
People like hated Rob Liefeld, like his stuff because it looked too much. I might be saying that way wrong. I think it's Layfield. I don't know. Rob, I think it's Layfield.
Yeah.
Lafield. Anyways.
Okay.
But he is
the creator of Deadpool.
Creator of Deadpool. And now it's like that guy's just like ching ching, just making bank.
Oh yeah.
Because the stories were great.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole thing with Deadpool too. Was like they had a hard time. I mean, how long did you hear about it for until they finally made it? And Ryan Reynolds finally played him, and like it was like a big deal to make it rated R, and and then it did so well.
Yeah,
it's I don't know. It's I like like I say, we live in amazing times, and it's just like it's just cool that like it's. I mean, that's the whole thing. I think is just like we were saying, like if you make a movie and you put Star Wars on it, people are gonna go see it,
no matter what.
But it's like, and I feel like that was their motto for a long time. I don't know why, but like. If you make a really good fucking movie, like shit, man, you know what I mean? Like a lot, like those fucking Guardians of the Galaxy movies are fucking perfect.
And that was a throwaway comic.
Yeah,
that was like a little throwaway.
That's what got them to start making like everything, like Ant-Man and like all, because like if you just make a really good fucking movie, and you get some people making the movie that were actually fans of the shit, you know what I mean? Like
they're gonna make it interesting.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like even Ant-Man was an interesting comic in general. Like if you follow Ant-Man's like story, like not a good guy. He was like a thief or whatever. Like got thrown in the suit. Blah blah blah. Later on, he becomes like a wife beater alcoholic.
Oh wow.
Like that's where they follow it.
Yeah.
Like if you follow like Hawkeye. Hawkeye like dies.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Spoiler alert in the Infinity Wars. He like dies and then like gets regenerated over and over again.
Okay.
To where he becomes this like crazy person.
That's awesome.
That doesn't know where he
doesn't even know where he is or something.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
And they just keep throwing like he comes back and they give him the Ronin character, which is like he's in the Ronin costume and like he's just crazy.
Yeah.
And then he goes back to like doing Hawkeye.
Okay.
Like, there's so much wild shit. And then like even you want to talk about like the Venom, the whole Venom story where like I might get this. It's Flash, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Flash is DC.
That's no, but the guy's name is Flash.
Oh, who plays
the character that turns into, or is it Brock?
Oh, Eddie Brock.
Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who plays Venom, yeah.
Flash is Sandman.
I think you're right.
Right? Anyways, yeah. So like that guy, he like loses the symbiotic
Yep.
what a symbiote
the
they
stuff,
call it.
yeah.
He like loses it, blah,
the black
blah.
stuff.
And then years later he like gets in an accident, breaks his back, loses his legs.
Yeah.
They get X-Force, they hire him to X-Force.
Yeah.
Give him the suit back, which then makes his legs go.
Uh-huh.
And they figure out a way for it to control his brain, or for himself to control his brain with the suit on.
Yeah.
And then he goes on like these mercenary trips where he's like murdering like people, like nonstop.
It's so crazy.
But he can't lose the suit because his back is broken.
Yeah, and there's no legs.
And then the symbiote figures out what's clipping it and then takes his brain over, and then he becomes like this insane murdering machine again.
Yeah.
You know, there's like so many stories within stories.
The stories within the stories, yeah.
Keep going, and it's like...
That's what I thought was cool when they started making those like X-Men movies there towards the end, where they were just using like certain stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was, and like the fucking like the Logan movie and like all that shit. You know, just like certain stories.
That Logan movie's awesome.
That's in my top 5 of all time, by far.
I cried a bunch.
Yeah, me too. I could twice.
Yeah.
That's when Professor X died, and then at the end, it was just like, man, this is really heavy.
And I hope I cried during Infinity Wars. I think it's going to be that good.
I think so too. It's like, I don't know, I'm getting nervous talking about it because it's like, it's tough walking into a movie with such high expectations.
Yeah.
Especially with so many people in it and stuff. But
they have never let you down.
That's the thing. I've done that with a couple, like with Logan. Like, as I saw Logan late, and it was like, I had super high expectations, and it exceeded expectations. So, like, yeah, I mean, I think they can do it.
I think it's going to be really good. I think that movie's going to be really good.
Seeing it this weekend might be tough because it'll be fucking jammed.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're pretty good at, like, weekday movies.
I think that's the thing. I think that what you got to do is you got to just go, like, if we're going to see it, we got to go at, like, 1 o'clock on a Sunday.
Yeah. Or, like
or Saturday or something.
That's not a bad idea.
Like, go early because it's not going to be that packed. It usually isn't.
Yeah.
Or Friday. You go Friday during the day.
But during the day, yeah.
Is easy. We should do that.
That's right. Because today, it probably comes out tonight. Or no, today's Wednesday. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thursday. Yeah.
Like, tomorrow night's going to be mom.
Tomorrow night will be insane.
But I think,
it's
like,
probably sold out already.
If we meet up, I'm talking like first showing.
On Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would be sick.
Oh, yeah. Might be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
So we got
if you don't have anything going on.
No, so we got ESW Saturday and then Smash Sunday. Laura flies home Friday, but like if her flight's at like 6, she's probably just gonna fall asleep.
Yeah.
So we go see the movie while she's
I
sleeping.
wanted to come to Smash, but I can't because Hannah's coming in.
Oh, that's this Sunday already?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's no big deal. And the ESW show's like a B show on Saturday.
But that's where Gangrel is.
And Gangrel's gonna be there. He's gonna be fanging and banging.
I'm 100% gonna be fanging and banging. I will be there. Wes talked to me about it. He's like, "Yo, we gotta go see Gangrel." And
if you live in the Buffalo area this Saturday, Medina, it's in Medina, which is about an hour from here or less. ESW's running a show there, and Gangrel's going to be there. Dude, his name's David. He's the coolest fucking dude.
David Heath.
I've met him like 2 or 3 times. He's so fucking cool. Yeah, it's unbelievable how cool he is,
and extremely underrated.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
Yeah, his selling is like insane. He was the perfect like. Was he a mid card guy, right?
No,
would you say mid card?
Yeah.
Okay, but like he was like the guy that would like go out and make the top dudes look absolutely insane.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He the first time I met him, he worked Cody Deaner, and Deaner had all these ideas like for gimmicky like vampire stuff and everything. Yeah. But like because that's Gangrel is like he's like still like a journeyman. Like he knows promoters in Germany. He goes like he like wrestles all over the world still. He just has connections because before he went to WWF, he was everywhere. Yeah. And like so he's used to just like going and like so Deaner's like trying to do all this like gimmicky stuff and like they went to the outside and Gangrel just like felt like he had to like take a big bump, so he had like Deaner like clothesline him on the floor. Just takes this like wicked back bump on the fucking concrete, and then he told me later you could see him like he takes the bump and he starts like stretching his sciatic with his legs.
Awesome.
He was like telling me about it, and I watched the video. I was like, he's totally just like stretching his back.
I love that. Good. Who's wrestling him? Blackwood?
No, it was supposed to be Gregory Iron.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be sweet.
I actually pitched that because like I told Brett, I was like, dude, like every time you put Greg with a fucking name, like what he did with Jimmy
awesome.
Jacobs
That
and stuff,
was-
like he
Dude,
puts a lot of work in
right now. Like, I talk about this with people all the time, and I'm not doing this because Greg is one of my like, I guess like best friends in the wrestling business, but he is made for, his mind is like made for wrestling.
Oh yeah, because same thing. He's been watching his entire life.
He is one of the most creative human beings out there, and I feel like I'm saying this like all the time. I could put all of our friends over for what they're good at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's Ricky Shane Page. You talk about Ricky Shane Page is one of arguably the best professional wrestlers on the planet.
He's a badass.
Like, he's unreal. He can have a match with anybody.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why
he doesn't know how to have a bad match.
That's why he can, you see him doing like everything from death matches to lucha matches.
Yeah.
Because he can do everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Greg is the same exact way. Like, Greg is one of those dudes that's like, he might not want to do that deathmatch stuff.
Yeah.
But that match that him and Ricky had
Yeah,
against each other,
he can do it.
the story is insane.
Yeah.
You know, and they set that story up. And it takes a lot because they're best friends. They live together and stuff now. But like, that match is like, you could have played that match in the 70s and it would have got over.
Yeah.
You could play that match now.
2017, it was great.
And it gets over. You know? And that's just because both those dudes have great minds. But
great
Greg
mind.
is like that. Just obviously I was on tour when it happened, but like just the promo of him in that parking lot walking away in high heels is like one of my favorite promos because Greg is just cutting. You know, he's just like going, and there's no punchline.
Yeah.
And then the punchline happens when he walks away, and he's wearing high heels. It's fucking perfect.
He came out to the crazy town song Butterfly with the butterfly wings on.
It was perfect.
It was awesome.
I mean, it just, you know, and that's Greg, you know.
Yeah, he's just a very creative.
Like, that dude needs a job writing for one of these TV wrestling shows.
Eventually, yeah. What do you know?
Has to.
Yep.
I mean, he's too good for it not to happen.
Yeah, he's another one. Like, I know Greg, he's like up and down with himself, and I'm glad he's sticking it out as long as he is because something's going to happen for him. It has to. So
he's just too good.
It's just one of those guys. It's just a matter of time. As long as he keeps working hard and he keeps evolving, something's going to happen for him. You know what I mean?
Yep. And that's like I tell this to Puff all the time, where it's like Puff's body limits him to so many things, and there's nothing worse than seeing a dude that's like big that thinks he can do everything.
Yeah,
and he can't.
Yeah,
because his body's just too big or whatever like that. You know, Puff understands his like body, and like he understands that like, you know, he's not going to be doing, you know, 450s.
Oh yeah,
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There are times though he does get pretty chippy.
He gets a little like I'm going to do a front flip senton. Like I don't think you are, buddy.
Just chill out for a second. But yeah, he's like that. Like, Greg knows his body. He knows what his body can do. And he's I don't know. He's I could watch every match he does.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, just the stuff he does like AIW and stuff. He's very creative.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I like, it's kind of crazy that like our group of guys have the group of guys that we have we're surrounding ourselves, like Scotty, like having Scotty O'Shea for these dudes to like work. Like, you're like at a young age, Danny Garcia is wrestling Scotty.
Yeah, and tearing it up.
And like learning stuff. You know what I mean? Like with dudes who are like great.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Yeah, I mean, Scotty's like pretty much like in his prime.
He's unreal, man.
Yeah.
Unreal. That's another dude too. Like, that just, he has it mentally and he has it physically, and just, yeah, you can work any match with that dude.
Like we were just saying, like he just recently had like a bad match with somebody, and it's like he's one of those guys where it's like, for me, like if I heard you had like a bad match with Hacker Scotty O'Shea, it was like, Oof. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't say much,
Yeah.
man. Because
Yeah, it's on you.
That's on you, man. Because
Yeah.
he's probably the easiest guy to have a wrestling match with.
And I never knew he was like super into country.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was funny because I didn't know if I should be like bummed about that or like I'm just stoked that he really likes it.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And it's not just like because I know dudes are like, oh yeah, I like Johnny Cash and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and you're like, okay, that's commendable.
No, he likes the new stuff.
He likes like Rascal Flatts.
Yeah, and goes to concerts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was like for me and him. It's like we talk about like horror movies and fucking wrestling and like oh, I mean like WWE. We talk about CZW. We talk about like all kinds of wrestling. And then like the one Smash show, he was like scooting out of there early. And he's like, I'm going to Toby Keith concert. I was like, oh,
Insane. Like super into it.
Just loves country music. Like really, yeah. Like you said, and not like like the old like outlaw country like Hank Williams or something. It's like.
Like just straight up like
new age.
Yeah, dudes that look like they're in boy bands, but it's country. That's great.
Singing along to like This Bar and stuff.
Yeah, they tell great stories.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. I was actually thinking about that not that long because like I think I was thinking about this to myself, like this whole scenario, because like that's my answer when someone asks me like, oh, what kind of music do you listen to? I always say like I can listen to pretty much anything besides country music.
That's me.
I can't do country music.
Yeah,
but then it's weird. Like I really like the Black Keys, and like I know there's like bits of country in there.
Yeah, it's blues.
There you go. That's a good way to put it.
That's different.
Like and that's like there are like. There's some Johnny Cash I can listen to, but there's some Johnny Cash I can't listen to too. And that's like I think like Carl Anderson tried saying that before. He's like, oh, it's on like Sirius or like satellite radio. They used to have like an outlaw country station.
It's called Outlaw.
Yeah, called Outlaw Country.
Something, yeah.
And I remember I've tried listening to it and I couldn't really. I feel like there is probably country music out there that I could handle.
Yeah.
Like I just never really heard it before. Because
there's like Sturgill Simpson. I talked to him about like Sturgill Simpson's like newest record is all about like. It's like nautical, like the whole thing's about sailing. Yeah. But like, I don't know how to explain it. It's really good. It doesn't sound like country music.
I think the twangy.
There's twang in it. Yeah. But it's not like. Yeah. It's completely different. I don't know. It's like who the hell was listening to it? We had. Oh, it was Hammer from Violent Gentleman. Yeah. We were like driving somewhere and he put it on and I was like, I couldn't stop thinking about it because the guy's voice is super. And it was almost like Jeff Buckley mixed with like country. Okay. So like super articulate. Yeah. Parts and then like his singing over it is like awesome. Okay. It doesn't seem like it's country.
That's one thing I noticed is like. I picked up on it like Dick's Sporting Goods. Yeah. I think they have a deal with, because they have like, I think it's Carrie Underwood. There's like pictures of her everywhere. Yeah. And they play country music in Dick's now, like the whole time. Yeah. And I've noticed like, it's been a couple times I've been in there. It's like, I have to get the fuck out. This is driving me insane. Crazy. I couldn't imagine like working here for fucking 4 to 8 hours. I would lose my mind.
Especially when you're a teenager.
Yeah. Like that's the last, like Danny Garcia. Danny works at Dick's. Like, man, my head would spin. Yeah. Oh God. But yeah, I don't know. I just always feel like there has like because there's Hank Williams, and then was it Hank Williams the third? Was he the bassist for Superjoint Ritual? Yeah, yeah. And he did country, but he got into some metal stuff too.
He had like his own band called Ass Jack.
Yeah, too. And then I remember he had a CD. It was just like a 3 on it, like the third or something. It looked cool, but I figured it probably wasn't that good.
It's just country.
Oh, is it?
But it's not. It's like not like Rascal Flatts.
Yeah,
like. Ride a cowboy, ride a man, whatever the fuck that song is.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
There you go. Well, not like that stuff.
Gotcha.
It's like actual country stuff. Okay. That was like one really cool thing about like we did Ozfest with Superjoint, and it was really cool that like Hank Williams III for some reason just took to me.
Oh yeah.
And their tour manager.
I saw them in Buffalo, and he went hard, man.
Yeah, man.
He was into it.
He would be like. Their tour manager would like grab me and be like, make sure he doesn't do cocaine.
Great.
Like, thanks, dude. I'm glad I'm the guy.
Yeah, thanks for putting that on me.
I remember like him walking up to me like early on. He goes, and I used to do these parties on Ozfest where I would just play a band. I'd be like, today we're gonna just do Metallica. So like, come to my party. We're just playing Metallica. Yeah. So like at our bus, hook up a PA. Jamie Josta had a PA system that he would let me use. Yeah. Then we would just play Metallica.
like the entire time. Just sit around, play air
cool.
guitar,
Yeah.
whatever. Did like a Slayer day, and Slayer was on the tour.
That's
we
cool.
did a Pantera day, and like Superjoint.
Superjoint was there. Yeah.
And I just remember like Shelton, he would come up, and his real name is Shelton, and he'd come up and be like, "Hey man, what's up? I'm Shelton." He got really crazy, like
Super Southern.
yeah, my name's Shelton. Like, hey man, and I didn't think the guy would remember my name. Like, oh, I'm Andy, blah blah.
Yeah.
Talked for like 2 seconds, and then walked away.
Yeah.
And like a couple days later, I can't remember what band was playing, but a band is playing, and I'm on one side of the stage, he's on the other, and I hear, Andy! It's like, hey, it's me, Sheldon. Like, okay, and then I go over, and me and like him would hang out.
Yeah.
Remember the only really crazy, I remember Jason, their tour manager, sticking his head out the bus and going like, he's gonna come hang with you, but make sure he doesn't do cocaine.
Fuck, man.
And then behind me was
Yeah.
like Randy from Lamb of God.
Yeah.
Someone else doing the full milk challenge to see if they could drink a gallon of
God.
milk and seeing how far they could throw
Projectile
up
vomit.
by
Yeah.
standing. It might have been like him, the singer of Shadows Fall, Brian, and someone else, and they were standing on a line
Yeah.
in the parking lot to see how many lines they could like shoot the milk. It was like a wild, wild thing. Yeah.
It's weird to think about. I'm sure watching it was awesome. Yeah,
Awesome.
just shooting.
Yeah, just like flying out of their mouths, like at full speed. Really cool.
like movie type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's almost, I just remember like going to see if like Shelton could come out and play.
Yeah.
Hey man, can Shelton come out and play? Yeah, make sure he doesn't do cocaine. All right.
Okay, no problem.
See ya. Really cool.
This is another terrible segue, but did you see the Impact pay-per-view on Sunday? Scott Steiner did the Rana, the Frankensteiner from the top.
No.
But he did it where like one of the guys from LAX, like the standing one, like the super one.
No way.
Like Scott Steiner was standing on the top rope and like
How do I watch that? Can I watch that tonight?
I'm sure you could.
I mean, it has to be on. Do I just go to like Impact's website?
Maybe.
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
It wasn't like the opener was Aerostar and Drago.
Yeah.
And then the main event was
You said that.
Pentagon, Aries, and Phoenix.
But you said that fucking the 6-man was like
insane, man. It like really fucking like really cool.
And that was Eddie Edwards, Moose.
Dreamer, Moose against OA4K.
Yeah.
And then because they had the whole storyline
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Sammy with the bat and stuff. They just like they did. It was literally it was like ECW where like the end of the match happened, like Sammy pinned Dreamer like with a dirty pin or something, but then Eddie Edwards like because him and Eddie have had like last man standing matches now, and I quit, so he like handcuffed Sammy to like the ropes and like had like a Singapore cane, and he started and Sammy was like bleeding, he got color and shit.
Yeah.
And he started caning the shit out of Sammy. They had like a referee come in and try to stop him. He caned the shit out of the referee. The crowd was like going nuts. Like
Yeah.
Dreamer came in and tried to stop him. He didn't cane Dreamer. Dreamer came in and tried to stop him. One of the guys, Dave, popped up on the apron, and Eddie went over and like cracked Dave with the cane. But like when he did it, the cane broke, and it
Yeah.
was like it was just super cool drama.
Yeah.
Then he blasted him. Then he went back to blasting Eddie. I don't remember how he got Dreamer out of there, but then they had Eddie's wife run down behind him, like to try and get him to stop. But when she grabbed him, Eddie swung the cane and whapped her in the face, and like people just went nuts, and they like fucking like stretchered her out and everything.
Yeah.
It was really it was like a really good angle. And
Yeah.
of course we were on right after that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But it was just like, dude, it was kind of like I'm not straight. It wasn't as good as Tommaso and Gargano, but it was like it reminded me. It was like
different.
Yeah, it was just like, dude, this is like something really good I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
It was like the best like aftermath. Like it was one of the best aftermaths after match I've seen.
Yeah.
It was sweet.
And then
man.
what else
did
Brian
they
Cage had
have?
to wrestle, right?
He was in a scramble. It was a whole bunch. It was like Brian Cage, Trevor Lee, DJZ, Andrew Everett. Like it was like a 5 or 6 man scramble. It was pretty good. Phantasma was in it.
Cool.
The car was pretty good top to bottom. I'm trying to think what else they had. They had Eli Drake and Scott Steiner versus LAX.
Yeah.
But so Steiner was like standing on the top, and then Santana wasn't standing right on the top rope, but like on the second, so he was like standing.
Yeah.
And like Steiner was getting like good heel heat the whole match.
Yeah.
And like, so of course when Steiner was standing there, he did the big double bird.
Yeah.
He did those stuff
Awesome.
that Steiner did. It was bonkers, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way he did land, like he didn't move, and I was like, oh man, he might have either hurt himself or
Yeah.
knocked himself out. But he got up and he was fine.
He put some size on though.
Yeah.
Put a little size on.
He fuck, like he was like catching dives, like he did the whole he
was wrestling.
had a wrestling match. Yeah. He did the whole
Because that match that we watched, it was like Dave and Jake versus him and Teddy. Like Teddy and them did everything, and then Scott
and he just
did,
kind
like,
of
two things.
came in at the end to beat everybody up.
Yeah.
But he went hard, man.
That's
and then I
cool.
think he wrestled the next day too.
That's cool.
Yeah, they the pay-per-view it was like top to bottom, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I thought that was cool. They put Pentagon's the champion now.
Yeah.
So it was pretty badass.
Really cool. I mean, they're just gonna
dude, he's like, I think I was talking about this with Seidel. I mean, Phoenix too, but like Pentagon is like, he's so smart. Like, this isn't a knock on him, but like if he walked in here right now, like he just looks like a regular guy.
Yeah.
But like he puts on like his gear and he looks like he looks like he gained 30 pounds of muscle and he like looks like a superstar.
Yeah.
It's like just to see the transition throughout the day, it's like, fuck, man, that is so smart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, he's just, I don't know.
And he's like an unreal wrestler. The fact that
oh yeah, I didn't know Laurel Van Ness or Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
I know she did some. I thought she did like a dark match because she went out and did bar wrestling like we did.
Yeah.
And then she landed like a dark match with Lucha Underground because they were filming out there.
Yeah.
She didn't do a dark. She wrestled Pentagon. Like it was her
Holy
first
shit.
Pentagon. And the first thing they did was she jumped off the top rope and gave him a big Rana from the top rope.
Really?
And she's like, I've never done anything like that before. And he was just like, yeah, you top rope. And she was like, no. And he was like, no, okay. And she just gave him this big Rana from the
insane.
top rope. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. He's just smart and he
Yeah.
fucking gets it, man.
He can wrestle anyone.
Yeah.
That's like him and Phoenix both know they're lucha guys,
Yeah.
but like Phoenix has a more lucha style.
Yeah, but
And
he also like
Pentagon has like that he can wrestle like if he went to WWE.
He incorporates like psychology and
Yeah.
selling and storytelling and
WWE like he would just be fine.
Yeah. That's
Like, Phoenix
how
might have a
like how
little
Rey Mysterio did. It's like it was
Not even though. I mean that dude. Most of his moves are like power moves.
Yeah.
You know, like he's
Exactly.
not like
And
he's not
strikes.
doing ranas and shit like that.
No, but he's a good base for all that
Yeah.
stuff. He throws a lot of strikes and
Yeah.
like he did the hardcore stuff with Vampiro. And like that's I mean like someone was talking about it. They're like Phoenix and Pentagon. It's like it was like the same thing with like WCW. It's like there's luchadors that come over to the States, but they never really adapt. You know what I mean? But then there's the ones that do. And they
Super
fucking
Callow.
yes, the Silver King. Like it was, yeah, like you know, like just how Mysterio did, and like Pentagon and Phoenix. It's like they're just taking off, man. It's fucking unbelievable. They did like I heard Austin Aries talking about it. Like Aries like ran in the ring. I think Pentagon threw him, like basically buelled him from inside the ring to outside.
Yeah.
And then like Phoenix was on the floor and caught Aries into like a hurricane run on the floor. And
I gotta say,
Aries was like, I've never done anything like that in my life.
I watched the WrestleCon match.
Yeah.
And Aries looked so out of place.
Yeah, it was
they
like
just wrestled all around him.
Yeah.
And like he just looked so out of place in that match.
And
so I hope they got it together. I know that match was like put together like last minute because Alberto
I think that was the problem was because Del Rio was supposed to be in it, and they were probably waiting on it all day, and then found out last second.
But like Phoenix and Pentagon probably wrestled
100 times. So it's like you guys just do your stuff. We'll insert Austin Aries where we can.
And it looked really out of place.
Yeah.
And then at the end they like super kicked him.
Double super
kicked him out.
Yeah.
And then just the match finished.
Did their stuff.
It was weird. So I hope that match was like I hope they got it together.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to see, because there was the 6-man Laura and Sue, and then the main event, the Pentagon main event, so I didn't get to see it. Yeah. A really good tweet was the finish of Laura. Like Laura beat Sue, and then she rolled out, and then they split up me and Sue. So like I went in and did a promo thing with her, and Sue misted me. Yeah. And someone put up a tweet and it said I was just managing, so I wore like some sweet jeans, and I got some like brand new white sneakers, and someone tweeted Sue Young spitter period all over Braxton Sutter his brand new sneakers.
Yeah, or menstrual blood. I saw that tweet.
Props to that guy. It was pretty funny. It made me laugh.
Good. I hope Sue sticks in that because I like that visually, man. She is like awesome.
She's been. I saw her do that gimmick like years ago.
Yeah.
And that's like I met Sue when she was just like Sue Young, the wrestler chick who wears wrestling gear. And then I saw her do that. It was down in Shine in Florida. And I remember I pulled her aside and I was like, Sue, I was like, this is really good.
This is awesome.
Like, you're good at this. Like, she's like had the character down, and it was like, like even like in talking to Rich Swann, it was like, yeah, that's like stuff you get signed with. Like, she's got that character down.
It looks so awesome.
Yeah, it's just such a good way to evolve from being like Sue Young the wrestler and your green wrestling tights and you know what I mean. Kind of
I like that she still has them on though. You see the green tights like hanging out the bottom, but she has the dress over it or whatever. Like, that's really cool.
Yeah, she goes like full in, man.
Yeah, and Laura's usually like really good with character. Like she doesn't. I mean, that whole Rosemary thing was awesome. So like her having like a character to deal with is like always better. Yeah, like when she can she really
Laura's
steps the game.
Good with like facials and character stuff and
because that was like I mean, all like I watched that match, and then when Laura comes out and like attacks her at the end there, like her facials are just like there was like a point where I was like, I don't even know this person. She was like, they just showed her and she was like making this like sneering face, like I've never even seen that before. Like one of my best friends, she's just like
she really turns it on.
It's like, oh my god, I don't know that person.
This is vicious.
Yeah.
I was just saying something about how like Sue's stuff, like how it like helps evolve her character, and I was gonna say kind of like Kevin Bennett's new pants over here.
Yeah, I brought Kevin some new pants, they're white,
some tight joggers with the fucking suspenders hanging down.
Yep, they're gonna be cool, man.
It's a good look,
I promise. Yeah, I'm doing this thing where like Danny texted me. Danny and Blackwood wrestled last week for Smash
against each other. Yeah,
and then I wrestled with Puff. I don't know if we talked about that on the last podcast.
I don't know.
But Puff and I wrestled Kevin Blanchard and Anthony Gaines. And yeah, we had to call a match with like Blanchard, and Blanchard doesn't know English.
Yeah, he's a French guy from Montreal.
Real strange.
Yeah.
But it was whatever. The match was cool, and we got to watch it back, and it was basically me just getting beat up the entire time, and then I throw like a cool brain buster on.
The biggest guy getting beat up the whole time.
But I threw a really cool brain buster on Gaines.
Yeah.
And some guy goes, brain buster, like after. It was pretty sick. But yeah, like Danny and Blackwood had a match, and it was a fucking awesome match. The match was so good. They put it together really well. But the crowd was really weird. Yeah. There was an ice storm that day.
Yep.
That was like terrible.
Yep.
It was a new venue.
Yep. There's a lot of factors.
There was just like, it was weird. And like the seating was weird. There's one area where it was open, and then all the other areas, people were kind of like up.
And then it was like up on a thing.
Weird little balcony. And then there's like these poles that are there. I like the venue a lot. Yeah. I thought that was an amazing place.
It was an interesting take though, like what you said about like what a new venue does to like an environment. Yeah. Like, it throws people off.
For sure. And that's like, and this is, I will never knock Smash ever. But it's hard when like one card is at the Phoenix, the next card is at the Opera House, this one's at this place. Yeah. And you go to all those places and like people, there's not really a home for Smash yet in downtown Toronto. I really hope that this turns into
they nail one down.
The home, and then you'll notice that like, and I just know this just from being in a band where like there's certain venues where like you see that venue on a list and you're like, oh yeah, like here we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome.
This is gonna be the show of the tour, and it's because that's just been home base for that city forever.
Yeah, like it's like like for maybe like us when we were kids, like oh yeah, Showplace Theater, like it's fucking, because like you said, you know where the bathrooms are, you know where to park, you know what to, you know what to expect, like,
you know the security there, you know like everything, and it's like super easy. You walk in and it's like, oh, it's home.
Yeah, and like you said, like because As opposed to when people go to like a new venue, they're going to be a little quieter because they're still trying to figure the place out.
And I think that's what the thing was, because the crowd just wasn't popping for their big stuff. They were popping for like the weirdest things, like strike exchanges, and stuff like that. So me and Danny had this like weird conversation where Danny's just like, man, I don't have anything. Like when I come out, they're just like, I feel like everybody's just judging me like right off the bat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, man, you need something, you know? So
something to help you pop.
Just helping them. And like, that was the thing, what I was talking about before. It was like anything that I can do to help dudes creatively, even if it's like something as that. I just like went on, you know, his name is the Red Death. So I just went on, found a silk robe for $40.
It's like a boxing robe.
Yeah. Bought it for him. And we're going to like do something with it. You know what I mean? So then when he comes out, he has the hood on and he comes out, it's like, oh shit. Like, he's not just like a little kid with his shirt tucked in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And that's like a harsh thing to say, but like,
no, I get it.
You know, like you're doing Kevin Blackwood, who's like this like tattooed guy. He's already got like a niche.
Black arm, yeah.
Like a niche or whatever that niche.
Yeah, niche.
Like, you know, automatically. And then Danny comes out and he's just like a guy. You know, and like it's kind of hard to just be a guy when no one knows who you are yet. Yeah. You know? So I was like thinking like, oh man, you know, a robe would really like hold them together. So for young Kevin Bennett, I like bought these. I was going to wear like, I wanted to wear on the Motionless in White tour, my gimmick was going to be wearing all white and then stand still, like be motionless in white. So I bought like a bunch of like white overalls, but the first white overalls that I bought were like too big. They were like too baggy.
Oh yeah.
It almost would look like Rey Mysterio's.
Yeah.
Like how baggy they were.
Yeah.
And then I
like
found
you're
this
a hip hop guy.
Yeah. And then I found these like this company in China that made these ones that were like fashionable white ones. And they were like joggers. And I got like XLs, but they were like not XLs. Like they were like,
usually
they were like a
Japanese
China's
stuff
XL.
Yeah, exactly. Which is probably like a medium over here.
Yeah. So like they didn't fit for me, but like Kevin fit into them pretty good. It's gonna be sick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Get some designs on there, Kev. We'll get you all hooked up.
Yeah.
I want to have like bunches of different gear. I think for this persona.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, definitely.
I think it would make sense.
Yeah.
Like the tights, it's like normal wrestling tights. Just I don't think it's working.
Like you said, it's like it's almost like, you know, like merch. Like when you go, if you're going to the same place all the time, it's good to have new merch every time. Yeah. Same thing. It's like if you have the same gear all the time, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to work on that too. Like I got the chick's making me like a new pair of like Pepper Parks tights. I got like those blue ones from Kim, and then I want to get a pair of Blade ones made too, so I can just shit to rotate through.
Yeah.
So you're not like you're saying, Kev. So you're not wearing the same shit all the time.
I'm already saying this. When Butcher comes back, it's going to be a whole different human being.
Yeah, I like that.
Like the character is going to be insane.
Yeah,
like I'm going over the top character.
You need to be like you were talking about like earlier, like when Hawkeye just fucking came back as like just pure bonkers.
Like I might get a pair of like Butcher bibs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe make like I got you that long jacket like before.
Yeah, the trench jacket.
I might just take that back.
Just fucking
take the sleeves off.
Yeah,
and then make it into like this crazy thing with like knives hanging off of it and stuff like that.
Yeah, like knives around the waist or something. Yeah, fucking to put over Drew again too. Drew had a match. Drew and Ziggler ended up having a match on Raw, and like his jacket is perfect.
Yeah,
like it's like leather, and it's
sleeveless, right?
Sleeveless.
Those
it's like
big ass
long,
arms
like
out.
a trench. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, it's like goddamn, that thing is perfect.
Yeah. What does Ziggler look like? Did Ziggler change his look up a little bit?
Nah.
For this?
Yeah, he's been changing stuff up like a little bit, but it's like he still wears the white boots. And but he has like different material tights and stuff. But, yeah. He's like, but I feel like that's his whole character is like he's so over because like. He's like, you know, at this point, he doesn't need a gimmick. He's Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like that's like everyone knows, like, he's the guy that's been there forever, and they haven't given him the chance to use like his full potential yet, and they're just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I definitely don't want to like make this a thing about how I've now become obsessed with flat Earth.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not a flat earther. I'm obsessed.
I didn't even think about it.
Okay. So. And this is going to be great. I'm obsessed with flat earthers right now. Not the concept of flat earth. I'm into the people who believe in flat earth, and I don't think they're idiots at all. It's because this is my take on flat Earth or round Earth. Like today is the 25th of April.
Yeah.
If at 8 o'clock, is it 8 o'clock yet?
It's gonna be close.
It's 9 o'clock.
Okay.
At 9:30, if it came out that the world was flat,
Yeah.
9:31 would be exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like nothing would change.
This podcast wouldn't change. The drive home wouldn't change.
Yes, your car wouldn't just like automatically like lift into the air or something like that.
Trees wouldn't come up.
It doesn't fucking matter. It like the world being flat or round is like choosing what you're gonna have to eat the next day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just there. It has no like. I wouldn't lose an ounce of sleep over it. It would just be like, oh shit, okay, the Earth's flat, cool.
Oh man, they were right. Holy shit,
man, wild. That's it. Yeah. Like that's it. So I listened to the Jericho podcast with that dude David Weiss, and the guy actually threw out a few things that got me thinking.
Yeah, make it interesting.
And he had like, I'm gonna say points that would go, oh shit, you know what? I never thought of that. Where like. It is kind of weird that like the world has ice on both sides, and that could be a barrier. Like because blah blah, and then just there he makes a bunch of like valid points, but then he starts talking about like
there was a
magical shit, and he starts talking about how there is no such thing as space, and stuff like that, and like it. So my obsession is the fact that how. They're not obsessed with if the world is flat or globe. Yeah. They are just they have an enemy. And their enemy is like so you have like scientists like Neil deGrasse Tyson and stuff like that, like saying things that are like and like I said, I don't care if he's right or if this other guy's right. Yeah. But like they're putting science up against guys that are like, well, if you go and you listen to
if you check out YouTube.
Guacamole 123 on YouTube, he's got a really valid like video, blah blah, and it's like, wait, what?
Actual scientists,
and they're like making fun of these guys. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, if you really want to watch a good thing, Firefox 97 on YouTube, blah blah blah.
It's a real interesting video,
and they are they're throwing fire at him, and they make fun of him for like Neil deGrasse Tyson is like doing scientific like research on ththings, and this guy is just like, but you got to watch this video of this guy on YouTube.
It's a 15-minute video that will change your life.
And like he has his own podcast called the Flat Earth Podcast, and it is so entertaining because it's just two guys that literally are just trying to prove that their YouTube channel is the right YouTube channel. Yeah. And that's what I'm obsessed with.
Even on the Jericho podcast, like he keeps referring to like go to my YouTube channel.
Oh,
and it's
dude.
Like, it's a
and
lot.
It's just they're not giving it a chance because the elite. He keeps talking about the elite. Yeah. I really hope he is talking about the elite in wrestling. But he's not. He's like he's got some thing where you got to listen to it. Like if you want sheer entertainment on like a level of like. It's almost like Real Housewives of whatever city. Yeah. Because it's just this guy.
Reality show, like jibber jabber.
Yeah. Like that guy doesn't know what he's talking about because so-and-so on
Bill
YouTube.
Nye, the science guy.
Yeah. It's so entertaining. Yeah. Like, and I'm more entertained at them. And like I said, I'm not thinking he's an idiot. I just love the fact that his battle is like a high school girl. Yeah. He doesn't come at it from a scientific level at all. He just keeps bringing up YouTube and like, it's really fucking funny.
I think he said like their screen names and shit.
Oh, it's amazing, dude. It's amazing.
Yeah. For sure.
I didn't know where I was going to go with that. Yeah. But I had like.
When you brought it up, I was like, oh, fuck, I'm surprised it took this late in the podcast.
All I've been listening to is that podcast.
You've been pretty wrapped, yeah.
And it's funny. And like I said, the guy makes points where you're like, oh shit, that actually like could be true.
There was a couple interesting things.
Yeah, like it could be true. And if it is, I'm still going to eat the same exact food the next day.
Yeah.
My car is going to work the same exact way. Nothing is going to change. I've been living on this world for 40 years, and it's not going to snap and be like, oh my God, man. Like, I can't believe this. I've been lied to.
And then that was like I asked you about, so okay, like if the earth is flat, and it's not like why like what's the purpose? Like why would they lie to us about it? And like when they start getting into that stuff, that's when it gets a little like too much for me. It was just like, oh man,
because he starts talking about like elite stuff. Like,
yeah,
but like what does the elite? What do they gain from a round world
as opposed
over a flat Earth?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
and he's like, but it's because it's lying. And then like he starts bringing up 9/11, and it's like, what does 9/11 have to do with the world being flat? Like the planes were flying regardless.
Yeah, and remember he started talking about the. I think it was when he got into like alien talk because like space doesn't exist.
Oh yeah.
But then he started talking about the Iron Republic, those people that like live behind like an ice wall, like down. It was just like, whoa, man.
Because we live in a huge plane.
Yeah.
And they're all in another plane. Yeah.
There was like a little hole or something.
Yeah, and he was talking. The Iron Curtain is a book.
Yeah.
But it's a fictional book.
Yeah, and he tried to say that like you can't find it anymore because it was like
no, he thinks it's real.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's reading that book. That's like reading like the Robinson, Crusoe,
or like Star Wars, and thinking it's a real thing.
Dude, they're out there, man. They're out there.
And he was trying to say the book was written like a long time ago, but then he was trying to say like it's not available anymore or something.
Yeah,
like that's why.
But you can read it on YouTube. There's people on YouTube reading it.
Yeah, they're reading it. Yeah.
Dude,
everything's on YouTube.
It's awesome, man. It's just, it's such a like. It's just like you go on and they have these things called awakenings where they're like, oh, when were you awoke? And then like they talk about the day
they kept
they
talking about woken and stuff. Yeah,
it's like, oh boy,
it's a bit much.
But it's like turning into like a religion.
Yeah,
now.
pretty
And I'm like,
much.
I'm glad that I kind of got into it because it's so fucking.
So you can join the religion somewhere down the line.
I would love to be a flat earther. Because it seems like high school.
Woken. Yeah.
Like seems like high school again. Yeah. Like there's no real beef. It's just like I'll be bringing up 9/11. You're gonna ask me about something. I'm gonna be like, well, 9/11. It was a big conspiracy. Yeah. I was like, nope. 2 planes went into giant buildings and killed thousands of people. You shouldn't be fucking around with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless of if the world is flat or a globe.
Yeah, it was a really big tragedy.
A really dumb fucking thing.
A lot of people
happened.
died. Yeah, like fuck, man.
So yeah, that's my take. David Weiss, if you're listening to this, but you probably aren't. I'm gonna get a DM by David Weiss. Yeah. But I'm not on your side, and I'm not on your side.
Yeah, you're very entertained.
I think it's awesome that you believe that. I wish I could like anything as much as David Weiss.
That's like to be as wrapped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, for me, I guess it's wrestling. I'm just as into wrestling as that guy is flat Earth.
That's what I mean. It's all conspiracy, dude. Yeah. I still want to know how that green shit came out of the Ultimate Warrior's head. How Papa Shango did that, man. But you can probably on YouTube.
I'm sure there's like Green Firefox 402.
Yeah,
I could tell you all about
Papa Shango's green goo at youtube.com. And on that note,
trying to think of another way to end it besides flat Earth, but I got nothing.
Yeah. Well, you guys are wrestling this weekend.
Yeah, like I said, there's the ESW show in Medina. If you're in the Buffalo area, it's about an hour outside of Buffalo. Gangrel will be there, fanging and banging.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, and Sunday is Smash. Kev, do you know where Smash is on Sunday?
I think it's London.
Yeah, London.
Cool.
Smash Wrestling, London, Ontario.
What matches? What do you guys got?
I'm pumped because I'm actually wrestling Frankie. And then,
singles.
No, it's a 3-way.
Okay.
It's me versus Frankie, and there's a scramble earlier in the night. The winner of that is in a 3-way with us.
Cool.
But that'll be the only ever time I've wrestled Frankie the Mobster was when we did the tag stuff with him. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to wrestle Frankie.
What do you got,
Bennett? What do you got?
6-man.
Oh, cool.
That,
yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, you're in that 6-man, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay. So
you guys don't know who's going to be in the 3-way?
No.
Do you?
I don't actually.
Oh, flat Earth, dude.
I should probably ask that. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Is anyone cool on that show?
I don't think they have. Yeah, I don't think they have any guys coming over from overseas or anything like that. Nothing I can think of off the top of my head.
But like Brian Cage or someone's not on the show. Or,
nothing I can think of.
It's like Teddy Hart was on the last show. You worked with Teddy Hart.
Yeah, they were supposed to. Yeah, I mean, last show what they were supposed to have, it was supposed to be Teddy Hart, Riddle.
Yeah, that's
somebody else too.
We ended up working.
And then, but they had the fucking ice storm, so Teddy Hart ended up being the only name.
Yeah,
but
we did talk about that because I remember Laura was talking about taking the dick flip.
Oh yeah. Joey Ryan was there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, like, my head's just so jumbled right now. Like, just getting home, just wrapping up and getting done with Impact, and like moving on to like bigger stuff.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. We got a lot of cool shit.
Are you coming out as Pepper Parks?
I don't know. This weekend probably not. I think maybe I might wait. Because I'm probably going to wait. So I mean, I've obviously announced it on here, but I was going to put it on social media after my match with Moose airs.
Okay, cool.
And then switch everything over and stuff.
You definitely need to like do something. If you're gonna do a Well-Oiled Machines thing, you have to like cut a promo where like Mike calls you Braxton. And
Like, hey man, bro,
you guys got to do some sort of
I'm trying to change things up here, man.
I'm going back.
He just keeps
or like
keeps doing
play it off like you guys should definitely play it off like you're this new guy.
Like he doesn't like his first time meeting me or something. Yeah.
It's like, hey man, what's up? Oh hey, I'm Pepper. Like, oh yeah, we used to tag together. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, and then like be like, yeah, my brother Braxton's like, he's gone.
Yeah,
like, there's, like,
I'm the new guy.
Yeah,
I like that
the old
too.
bait and switch.
Yeah,
Reminds me of the landlord when he said that he thought Pepper Parks and Braxton Sutter were two different.
Oh yeah, the landlord from the.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, the landlord was.
Two different people.
Yeah, the landlord thought Braxton Sutter and Pepper Parks were two different people, and then who was it? Was it Nick Merrick who thought? No, it was Muscle who thought Matt Sydal and Evan Bourne were two different people.
Yeah.
He was like blown away that was the same person.
Yep.
Muscle actually also thought that me and Lockwood were father and son.
Yeah, exactly. So if that gives you any indication, what you're working with here.
His name is the Muscle. Yeah. He's great.
Remember the one episode we talked about him for like a good half hour straight? He's the
great.
best. I love meatheads, man.
Yep.
Hey, follow us on Twitter, guys. Kickin Ass Pod at Kickin Ass Pod.
This week we're gonna start an Instagram too.
Yeah, I actually wanted to start that. I was thinking about starting that last week, so we could have done some of the live stuff.
We should do that
on our trip. Let's do it this week.
We should do it this week, and we should see if someone like Eli Drake or someone like that would do like a quick one with us, or like someone.
Yeah.
And just literally just be like, hey man, give us 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we just do it live on there, or like someone. Maybe we do Matt Vincent or something like that.
That'd be fucking awesome. Yeah, just keep an eye out, guys, for the we'll announce it obviously, but Kickin Ass Instagram is coming soon. And then how does it work? So you can do the Instagram live video, but someone else can do it at the same time.
Yeah, you can ask them and you can invite them, and then people can watch. And you can do like a face,
like a FaceTime thing almost,
or like be us on one side and them on the other.
Yeah, we can basically just interview them.
Yep.
Is that Jesse Burdick told you about it?
Yeah,
because I've seen him do some.
Yeah,
they're pretty fucking sweet.
I'm gonna be on that soon. So
cool.
On Jesse's.
Cool. Awesome. Just keep an eye out for that too, guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
We got new shirt designs coming too.
Yeah,
a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, beer koozies and stuff.
You keep bringing up the beer koozies
because he brought it up like 1,000 times. Awesome. I'm trying to do a shirt like. I feel like everybody kind of does like a recovery shirt. Yeah, like a shirt while they're recovering.
Like Laura's like operation shirt and stuff. Yeah.
And mine is my busted up hand. I have a hand that's like all gnarled.
Your gimmick finger.
And I want to do the too sweet, but it's
like the symbol, but with
my hand, but it's gonna say too broke
with your crinkled pinky.
Yeah. So I might have that shirt if anyone would want that shirt.
If anyone would be interested.
My broken ass finger hand, and it'll say too broke.
I like it.
On it. I'm gonna probably do that shirt, so then we can And like I know like a lot of podcasts like kind of like make it seem like it costs a lot of money to do.
What,
like,
the podcast?
Yeah, you know how like sometimes people will be like, "Come on, if you guys want this to keep going."
Oh yeah.
You know,
gotta buy this stuff.
Yeah. But it definitely does. Like we do take a little bit of time out of our week to do this every week, and like we're not asking for compensation, but if we do like a T-shirt or something like that, like the fact that you guys bought the first Kickin Ass shirt, is insane.
Yeah.
Like it literally is mind blowing. And every time I see someone wearing it, it like means so much.
Yeah.
Because we really do care about that.
When obviously, obviously the money's cool, but like even cooler is just the fact that like we released those and it's like and that people bought them.
Yeah,
you know
it's insane to me that like people buy the podcast shirt. So. Yeah, just this wasn't me going like, "Hey, buy our stuff." This was me basically saying thank you for buying our stuff. I think that's amazing.
I think a cool way to say it is just like with people when people actually do buy the merch, it seems like we're not just sitting here talking to ourselves. Like we're actually like reaching out to people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like people actually are interested and give a shit. You know?
That's what I'm trying to say. I think I worded that wrong.
No, it's fucking awesome.
But it means a lot that we that those shirts are getting bought because that means people are listening.
You're obviously doing something cool
and care.
Yeah, which is the whole idea, is just for us to do something cool.
But also, like, I'm gonna probably have that Two Broke shirt. So, yeah, I'm not. I have to pay for a surgery. Yeah. Anyways,
it's a real thing.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good podcast. Next week, I think we're gonna do. I think we should do a Nitro.
Yeah, say we're behind on Nitro.
We should do a Nitro.
I feel like I've been thinking about Nitro, but then like we've actually had like really cool shit to talk about the past couple of weeks. So
yeah.
We're
gonna do a Nitro one. We have to have another movie review.
Another movie one,
which I think we're gonna do Last Boy Scout.
Yeah,
we talked about, and Last Boy Scout right now is on
Netflix,
like HBO, like on demand or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I almost watched it today.
Sweet.
And then I was like, no, I'll invite you over for that one.
Yeah, I'll take notes.
Yeah. I mean, we could watch it with my dad and have my dad on too. It would be the most uninteresting. He would just talk like he does this like thing now.
Probably go off subject.
Like, I'll bring something up. I'll be like, oh, like he's like, oh, what did you do today? I'm like, I just watched TV. And I was like, oh, do you remember this? And like before it's even out of my mouth, he's, no, I don't know anything about it. No, I don't know about that. It's like, listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah, I could at least let me finish my sentence.
Like register it and then respond. Like that's how human beings talk.
Yeah.
It's like really, he's got this like weird thing where he's always kind of on the defense.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not trying to grill you. I'm just asking you.
Yeah.
Like I asked about, I watched Purge. I watched Purge election.
Oh, the second
day.
one? Sweet.
The fourth or the third one.
Oh yeah,
that's
it was
the third
good.
one where
Frank Grillo,
our
boy Frank
Grillo was in the second one too, where he was like protecting his son, but his son got killed.
Yep.
And then the third one, he's with a senator.
Yeah, which that was a good.
It's
one.
awesome.
It's really good.
It's like really.
It was like I feel like the Purges like they got better as it went on.
So I was asking him about the Purge. I'm like, yeah, did you ever hear? I mean, like I was like, so this movie is the Purge. It's got a really cool concept. No, I don't know anything about it. All right, I'm trying to tell you about it.
Yeah, I know you've never seen it.
And it just started. I was like, you could sit down and watch it with me. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
This is the concept. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm going to tell you what the concept is. And then
if you want to join along,
we can like move on and watch this together.
If you'd stop barking at me.
I watched Baron Munchausen. I watched The Adventures of Baron Munchausen.
I never saw it.
It's insane. I've seen it a bunch of times.
Neil does like impersonations of it all the time.
It's
I don't know
really
why.
good.
Yeah.
But I watched that last night too.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey guys. Thanks.
Hey. Thank you.
Yeah,
the heat's in the ring and in my shoulder. Yeah. It's burning right now.
See you next week, guys.
Yeah, see you next week.
Thanks.